It's the Community Clash European Edition, Episode 4. We have for you the Jesters from Cobalt versus Rock Planet Shotgun from Miller, who aren't here yet. Okay. So, to my right, we have Power Puffers. You're not the actual leader of the Jesters here. Apparently he's a little shy, so he sent Power Puffers here. Why don't you tell us about yourselves?
Hey, what's up? My name is Power Puffers. I'm leader of the Jesters. I'm not actually leading tonight's operation because one of the guys who's leading is very shy, so I'm going to do most of the talking. Jesters were formed nearly 16, 17 months ago, and we decided to put our Community Clash team together just before Christmas, and looking forward to the fight.
Yeah, you're very big on the air game in Cobalt. Do you reckon that's going to help you in this little shindig?
Yeah, man. I think air game is really important in PlanetSide too. I mean, you've got control of the air, you've got control of the ground, and that's. I mean, most of the community clashes that I've seen, dominant air game is key factor in winning, man. And I definitely think Cobalt has the best pilots in PlanetSide too, and I think some of the best pilots on Cobalt are in the Jesters.
Nice. And now we talk to Ruanor, who's apparently invisible. Hello, Ruanor. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, there you are. Oh, you are invisible.
He's actually flying in on a galaxy.
Here he comes.
Right
Oh, I see what you've been doing. I see what you're doing. A dramatic entrance, hey?
Exactly.
Oh, where are you? Where'd you go? Hello?
I think he's in a galaxy.
Yeah, not so much a dramatic entrance when you don't actually
Drop.
enter.
There he is.
Oh, there you are. Come on. Okay, you're from Miller, and you represent Rock Planet Shotgun, which is one of the outfits from Rock Paper Shotgun. One of your key attributes is obviously organization.
Yeah, clearly.
No?
We're very organized.
Yeah, sorry about the delay, lads, but yeah, we can't help it. So, tell us about yourselves.
Rock Planet Shotgun, as along with its sister outfit, Rock Trader Shotgun, were formed back in beta. We're pretty much a very relaxed outfit. We focus on catering for the RPS community. So, you're talking a lot of people who'd be coming home from work and just wanting to have a bit of fun. So, generally we're not hyper tactical or anything, but once we heard about CCEU, we kind of stepped that up, and we've been training every week, and should know the space like the back of our hands at this point.
So you can't exactly get your Rock Paper Shotgun magazine to just get the call to arms like you usually do. So yeah, you have to fight for yourselves. And that brings us on to the rules, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite simple. We go from Rush New Battle Lab all the way up to Mal Tech Plant. Fighting here at first, a Howling Pass checkpoint. You get 2 points for a 1 point base. You get 3 points for a 3 point base, and if you catch the golden snitch, capture the home base, you get 5 points, and the round is over. Quite simple. It's 2 45-minute rounds. There's 2 teams of 24 players, and they shoot each other. Quite simple. Right, I think that's everything. Don't you guys? I think we're going to hand over to our lovely, lovely casters. Klyka?
Oh, well, thank you very much, Al. Hi, my name is Klyka. You guys might know me from such elusive streams like Community Crash or Community Crash the Crashening 2. Anyway, we are here for RPS versus the Jesters, and I'm really looking forward to this because, as you just heard, both of these outfits seem to be very high on not only organization on RPS's part, but of course air power on the Jester's part. So we'll see how that works out. Now, of course, with me again, he was not actually in the Sorry?
My apologies.
That is terrible, and you, sir, are a marvel of organization. I'm looking forward to this game. No. Anyway, with me right now on the caster booth again is Fara. Welcome, Fara.
Thank you. It was a little hiatus last week as we just took care of business. Props to our Russian Red October guys.
Yeah, it definitely was.
So, in remedy to Community Crash, I will be streaming today. So, we'll see what happens if we get a trilogy.
I
But,
really do hope that we don't get one, because honestly, I really don't want people in the chat to suddenly, you know, put your name in there with all of the fun things they came up
So,
with. But I have to say I'm
Jesters.
really happy that I have you with me again, because,
Oh.
you know, last week, I mean, you were playing, and as fun as it was to watch you, I really like you having, you know, sit snugly right next to me in the castle booth here. But go ahead and tell us what you think about today's outfits.
It's good. I just want to throw. I'm going to throw up a little stream here. Jesters were very kind enough to give us this cool little GIF or pic whatnot of their characters. So it's a nice little overlay of the different things. I thought that showed a little bit of work here, so I thought we'd show that on stream. Different attributes of the different guys, if you can read it. But as for today, I don't know, Klyka. I have come across RPS. On Miller, because I play on Miller every once in a while, and whenever they approach, it's never one. There's definitely more than one. Sometimes it's more than two. As for Jesters, I couldn't say. But again, air power is important, but I'd like to think, you can do some other stuff, you can do some Skyguards. If anything I learned last week, the vehicle terminal is quite important. And just for the record, guys, if you want to blow up the vehicle terminal, shoot it with small arms, 3 clips later, you'll kill it.
Yep, don't use C4 because for some reason it has been encased in titanium, and we all know that titanium doesn't care about explosives. Now, of course, we all know how important air is, so I'm really looking forward to if RPS has some good pilots up in the air and if they know how to bring in their own air power. And with that, I think we should give the teams, because I think they're getting a little antsy. They're running around their galaxies. We should give them a 30-second warning.
Well, I'll just show the Indar lane, and then we'll go, okay?
Sounds perfect.
And we're back, guys, and it looks like the match has just started right now.
I have 6 scythes and a galaxy off, so this is going to be a nice big air battle. The scythes going around the eastern corner, all of them in a big group, flanking that galaxy. So let's see, what are the Jesters doing?
Jesters have pulled a number of Reavers. I can see they've pulled 2 Sunders, 2 Lightnings, and a bunch of Reavers, although they're kind of split up here.
Oh, they're very split up. Those scythes are going for it already.
You can see the galaxies dropped on the A point for RPS. They've already got the vehicle terminals controlled. So they've hacked the V-terms, they've got themselves a squad beacon, they're possibly going to hack the air terminals, and Jesters are nowhere to be seen at the moment. In terms of infantry, they've got a fight going over.
Bringing in two Sunderers from the west for Jesters now, while the air battle rages on, and it seems those Reavers are, whoa, they're flying in close formation. It seems right now, RPS actually lost a lot of their size, and I think the Jesters have air superiority. Yup, they sure do.
Looks like so the RPS, no, so the Jester Sunders had gate defuse. Although one of them didn't make it inside, so one's inside, probably going to try hide underneath one of the towers. Charlie Point.
I think the one outside is going around north.
Yeah, RPS have got themselves 8 point, but we knew that from the Galaxy drop, and they've pulled themselves a Sunder. I can see now, and it's hiding underneath the kind of tower bastion points, which is the usual norm. I can see Jesters have hacked one of the V-terms on the reverse edge, so they've got their infiltrator moving around, hacking the different kind of turrets. And their Jesters are using their air now just to bombard the base, getting rid of all the enemy spawns.
It feels like RPS is definitely taking the page out of the INI tactic here from last week, because they're focusing one of their squads on point A. They're just, they're sitting there, have some burster maxes actually, it seems, to take care of the
Well,
Reavers.
they've got A, and they have infantry on A, however, Jesters have got themselves Charlie. If they are going to take a page out of the INI book, they're going to have to get more air. They can't just sit here and let Jesters have free reign.
This is something we definitely learned last week in the RO versus INI match, is that you can't just hold air at the start and then lose it or win the air battle. You have to constantly have air up in the air, excuse that pun. But right now I'm seeing something really interesting because B
Jesters
point is
moved to
getting
Bravo.
flipped.
Yeah.
Yes, they've moved to Bravo, but RPS is also there with 1 or 2 people. I think it is Jesters actually flipping it though. Yes, it's
Have a look inside.
Jesters
There's a little
right now.
fight going inside. Infiltrator just got picked off.
Yep, Jesters wins the point.
They've got more people. It doesn't look like RPS has decided to move down from A point themselves. It looks like they're pinned on A and they're just staying there the entire time. And when I look in closer, I can see, was it 1 Burster Max having a little bit of a fight, and maybe a couple of heavy assaults with the equivalent grounder, or I forget its technical name.
It is
inside.
currently 1 Burster Max going on. We've got a Skyguard incoming for the Jesters next to the western gate.
Oh.
We've got tons and tons of Reavers,
Second
and they brought in
squad of,
another Sundra.
Yep, so the second squad of RPS has pulled a Sundra and is hiding inside the little kind of bastion point on the east side. They've hacked the AA turret again, so that's firing in, and they've got another Burster Max to try and clear the air here.
Yep, that's they're also flipping point B right now. I mean that Sundra in there in that tower, that's a wonderful staging point for attacking point B. I mean you have to get over the road, sure, but still it means you can go into the eastern tower, you can from there leapfrog into the building. It's really good, but it doesn't seem that RPS wants to push out just yet.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm waiting for those scythes because they're not coming. And
Well,
they need
most
those
of the
scythes
air
back up in the
technically
air.
has been clear. I mean, there isn't like a huge air presence, and RPS have got A point. They're charging the generator. Wait, no, that was actually Jesters that charged the shield generator. So they've got a spawn. So from what I can tell, on the east entrance you've got 1 squad, and on the A point you have the second squad using squad beacons and reinforcements and the Sunder to spawn in as well. Jesters, they know where the Sunder is. They're marking it with a platoon waypoint and smoke. That's their target. If I'm Jesters here, I'm going to use A as a vantage point over Bravo, and I'd possibly move my squad from this eastern bastion point to push on B. But at the moment, it doesn't look like RPS is doing that. They're just sitting,
they're not.
biding their own time.
They're sitting on A, and they're sitting in that tower. And while it's okay to sit on A, I mean, you have the high ground and you can shoot down from there, you need to get onto those points. And it also doesn't really help you that you have an entire squad sitting in that tower, because you're also not pulling air. And that's
Well, they've just moved forward now with 1 max and 4 infantry are following them, going for B. It's a small squad. Oh, what a beautiful C4 there by Alpha 5.
Wow.
It's wonderful, just blew them all up. That was both the medics taken out.
They're all down.
I don't know why he would only
That
push
was
with
harsh.
4 people, however, or 5 people including the max. Jester's air is still dominating, however.
Jester's
even with
also
flak
bringing-
armor, it's gonna hurt.
Jester's putting C4 onto the Sundra. Didn't get to blow it up though. 2 C4 now sitting on RPS. Sundra getting blown up by the Reaver, killing 3 people.
Oh no,
and
the RPS Sunder's still
lives.
alive.
Yep, full blockade armor on that one.
Smoking, yep.
And are they
It's a
repairing
tricky
it,
one
though?
to hit. You'd
Yeah, they're
have to
repairing
assume.
it. They're repairing it. They're repairing it.
The thing is, RPS, they're just playing defend the Sunder. They're not actually attacking. And if we go have a look at Alpha on the cap point, there is essentially at least half a squad, 2 maxes, 3 maxes on A point. But surely they're not going to sit here for 18
that
minutes.
Alpha point is very, very secure. Jester's brought in a Liberator buff now, Shredder Liberator, it seems like. I mean, that's obviously not going to do a lot. I guess they're going to
It's
try and
Tower
use it to
Wars. This is
kill
what
the
this is.
Sundra.
It's PlanetSide's
It is
version of Tower
yes.
Wars, yeah.
I mean, that Liberator is going to hover like directly above the tower and shoot down at the Sundra. I mean, that's like the only thing they can really do with it at this point. They're also setting some fire, I guess, on point A, which I'm
What
not
surprises
quite sure
me
why
is
they're
that
doing.
Jesters are the ones that are being aggressive here. They're moving forward with their Alpha squad, going for the Sunderer of RPS. It's not. It should be the other way around. It should be RPS that's being aggressive. And
Yeah,
pushing
but they're
forward.
not. They're just like... And now they're actually capturing point B back behind the Jesters who just moved out. A single
Surely that's an
put it
infiltrator.
neutral. It was a
Yeah.
single infiltrator, turned it neutral, but it did, stop the bar for a little bit, and Jesters has to recapture it. Single medic just recaptured it. They've got bouncing Betties up and that up.
Jesters are. I mean, they're getting picked off outside of the RPS Sunder, but their medics are keeping them alive. They're charging in now. Oh, this is an interesting one. A couple of AV grenades and rockets would be enough.
Well, send some light assaults up there, I mean, most of them are dead right now.
Oh, some
beautiful
nasty
grenade there on
C4
those
and grenades
Jesters.
there, yeah. And they're attacked from behind by RPS infiltrator, who just got a couple of kills. 1 resonate there is 2 resonates actually. All the Jesters are gonna be some more
They're all
explosives.
back up again. They're all back up again. Running away now, going from the other side, attacking more from the east. 2 Sundras coming in for RPS here. one scythe actually. I'm not sure why they just pulled a single one here. I mean, that's just kind of keeping.
It looks like
well.
RPS wants to play the ground game, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that scythe just rammed into the Reaver and died, and the Reaver actually survived and isn't even
so
smoking.
RPS have brought up fresh reinforcements, but...
Yeah, they're bringing in Sunderers, but both Liberators, Shredder Liberators are
he looks
pounding
purple
them.
because of, at least in Charlie's squad, that's why I
Those
was a little bit
Sunderers, one Sunderer is already down, and the Liberators are just hovering there, taking them out. Those Sunderers are not going anywhere. Right now, RPS needs to do something to get some air power back in here. You know, stop the Liberators.
There's
from
not
pounding the
that
ground and
much
go for a
air
point.
in terms... Oh, and the Liberator's now hovering over the tower perfectly, which means the gun though should be able to...
Yep.
Oh, okay, now he's been pushed off
But
by
again,
flak.
not much air. Not much air is still more
Just
than
takes one
you know,
squad
0.
or 8 people to go back to the base, pull fresh air. I mean, because if I have a quick look here on the map just to see where Jesters are not operating around Rashnu Tower. There's no harassment when you pull fresh aircraft from Rashnu, so there's no reason why RPS can't go back and pull like 8 scythes and whatnot and clear the skies.
Yeah,
And even
indeed,
just
but
having
RPS
30
RPS
seconds
is
of clear
nowhere.
time. Yeah, I mean,
RPS
they're
right
still
now
in the
is
same
huddled
places.
around A point. They're huddled around A point. They're huddled around their Sundra in the tower, and I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do. Are they maybe actually playing for time? Because right now this does take 15 minutes still for the Jesters
It's
to
a
capture
long
the space.
hack. I mean, anything can go wrong. If you take 3 points, you can just turn this around if you're RPS. But I don't understand
Jesters
this.
doing a small push on point A right now with 2 people, but obviously those 2 people
It's
are
not going to
enough
happen
to
with
take out
the number of
everything.
forces that are on it.
Oh wait, here comes the C4 though. Here comes the C4, takes down one of the maxes, but
That's a
it
hero
doesn't
medic
matter.
if he pulls anything off.
It does. Nope, it doesn't matter. Those maxes get
It
back
needs
up.
to be a focused push with a proper squad here. And what I understand is the inactivity of this RPS squad in this eastern tower. It is a short run across the wall to B. You don't even need to go towards the tower to get C4. You can just push into B. They can have an infiltrator fire a tracer gun at B to see who's there. Now is the perfect time to go forward, and they're just sitting there doing nothing.
We now have RPS actually pulling Skyguards at the biolab and driving them to Ennis material storage. 2 of them just arrived at storage. A 3rd one is incoming from the biolab. Is this, yes, actually. I mean, why didn't they just...
There's a little bit more pressure from Jesters on A point, but it's piecemeal. They're going in 1s and 2s, different from Alpha and Bravo squad.
and what is RPS doing? They're off the lane. They just pulled a Sundra, they just pulled a Scythe, what looks like at Crimson Bluff Tower. Or is that just a bug for me? No, I think
You should, Tony, are you here, sir?
No, wait, I
Yep.
think that is just a bug because I have a Scythe, just like an invisible Scythe.
That's fine. If you see it again, we'll
It's
just
a bug.
mention that.
It's a bug.
Yeah, we'll mention to keep it in lane, but it's okay. Well, right now, Jesters have pushed in their piecemeal fashion, but it's worked. They've taken A point, so that's there.
Yep.
Bravo's
At the
flipping.
same time, yeah, Bravo
Who's
is
in
flipping.
Bravo? Is it just an infiltrator?
There was just an infiltrator in here. I thought
Yeah.
it was a max at first.
So what's
but nope.
RPS up to? Now the entire platoon for RPS is going to spawn. Is that Sunder dead? Oh wow, we missed that. That's
Yes,
shocking.
the Sundra was actually taken down, and we've got the Jesters in here with the Sundra in the base. They've got a Lightning still, the Skyguard, and it seems that, yep, RPS was moving down with their Skyguards down the road, but obviously 3 Skyguards against 2 Liberators and some Reavers in open terrain. What are you going to do? You're going to explode.
And we're looking at the air here, and Jesters are still controlling the air. It's not a large amount of air. The thing is that it's a small air force. It can be totally pushed if you pull your own air. It's only 4 aircraft as far as I can tell. And if you look at the map here,
we have a single Skyguard for RPS sitting at Rashnu Tower. We've got a single Scythe that was just pulled at the biolab. I think they also just
and this is the thing.
Liberator?
RPS had themselves set up. They had the A point, they had the Eastern Tower, they had a spawn Sunder, and they had 2 sets of beacons for their 2 different squads. For them not to push on B, it doesn't matter if you got wiped the first time, you still got the Sunder, respawn. They had plenty of opportunities to take 2 points, and they just did nothing. Inactivity is their own fault here.
I am checking the map right now, and all of RPS just actually pulled air at the warp gate.
The warp gate?
At the warp gate, yes. They're coming in with what looks like 2 galaxies. Yes, 2 galaxies and 3 galaxies and actually 4 scythes. 3 galaxies and 4 scythes are moving in.
Well, we'll follow a scythe and see where they go. I mean, it's a bold move. They're probably going back to Gal. They're probably going to Gal drop.
Yeah, I'm
on
checking
the
how
cap
many
points.
people are inside the Gals. We've got one Gal that is a 10 of 12. That is the front Gal. We've got 2 Gals in the back. One of them is a 3 of 12, and the other one is a... What do we have here? Show me your numbers, you fat whale. It is a 5 of 12. So we've got a 10 of 12 in the very front that's heading to Howling Pass in a few seconds. And we've got 2 Gals with a 3 of 12, 5 of 12. We actually got 4 Galaxies. They've pulled another one.
First Galaxy's almost at the base now.
Yeah. That's the 10 of 12, but oh, that Galaxy is gonna have a hard time here. Full under fire. Are they gonna drop? Oh, drop now. You gotta drop. Oh, they lost
Drop.
one person.
They got in barely.
Point B. They're on point B.
There's claymores. They're in. But of all the capture points to drop on, B is by far the. Why are you going here? Lightnings can surround you. You're exposing 4 sides.
3 of 12.
Well, they got 2 maxes and an engineer and a heavy.
Those are battle galaxies, by the way. I think they're going for the Liberators.
All right. Well, they've got Bravo temporarily. We'll go have a look
Galaxy
outside.
was taken down by 2 Liberators.
Charlie's flipping, so that's maybe an infiltrator.
Yep, the 2 Liberators, by the way, just shredded that galaxy. But they're now being attacked by 4 Scythes at the same time. So I feel the Scythes are going to take down those Liberators.
Way too many Scythes. Yep, so that's one lift. So that's what we're saying. Just one wave of air would clear off the air. So now RPS is actually in a pretty strong position here. If they can...
The problem is the Jesters are pushing into point B right now and they're overwhelming RPS. One max is down. The other max, that max is not going to last. Yep, the max is down and Jesters are actually taking point B back. Oh, well,
and Charlie is now flipping back as well. So that must have been a ghost cap of like 1 infiltrator.
There is a max in there. Yeah, there's still a max at point C. A single max.
This was a good push, but the problem is that their air needs to kill off the spawn points, i.e. the Sunderers of Jesters, which they're not doing, since they have local air dominance.
The Jesters just secured point C.
And RPS doesn't have a hard spawn, and that's the big problem. No Sunderer spawn, and yeah.
RPS actually has a lightning on the road to the east. They still have 3 Scythes, so right now they actually have air superiority, but I expect Jesters to move in very quickly with some new air. And oh wow, RPS is spawning a massive amount of Sunderers. There's 6 Sunderers right now. I think it's 7.
I gotta commend
storage.
Everything in moderation is not something RPS has heard of. Let's just go all this or all that. Do you know where they're pulling Sunderers from? Oh yeah, I see them.
All of those Sunderers are going to move out in a squad, apart from one that's heading forward first. They're all going to move out in a caravan on the same road. There's actually another one that goes through the other road all the way around.
I saw that one as well. 4, I don't know, no. 4 Sunderers, they're going to have to go across the Sky Guards. Yeah. What will be interesting is to see, and we're going to race ahead here to see if there's any AT mines. Because if I was Jesters, I would mine the entrance. Doesn't look like there's... Yes, there are. I see 1, 2, 3 mines.
Yeah, I see them. There's quite a few mines. Oh, they're pretty stacked though, so that could help. But do Jesters even need them because they're bringing in the air power again? There's no Scythe up in the air.
Oh, they just missed the mines by a few meters, but they're ramming each other on the road. What's going on here? They both made themselves rotate 180.
I don't know. That Reaver wants to join too. He doesn't want to fly. He wants to stay on the ground where the fun is happening.
But you can tell instantly dominance has been re-established for Jesters. So they've obviously gone back, re-established, and they've cleared the skies out.
Jesters
and now they're
just
6
Reavers.
All of these
Reavers circling the base.
All of these Sunderers are just going to get picked off, even if they had anti-air, which they don't. And it doesn't look like they've got gunners either. They're all just going to get annihilated.
Yeah, they're heading around the north now, while Alpha Squad is trying to take Bravo, but they're all being taken out by just the infantry and the air. And the Sunderers, I mean, the Sunderers are going to get into position, but like you said, they're going to just get picked off.
But they're such a horrible location. Like, we're looking at one deployed Sunderer, which is next to Charlie, and it's a long run up the path. You're totally dominated above. You can throw C4 down, you can throw AV grenades and rockets, and it's totally exposed to air. It's not going to live more than a minute, guaranteed.
It is definitely not living long because it is getting bombarded as we speak, and the gunner already jumped out. It's getting C4'd. There's some, and that one is down.
Okay, so they've trying to get it into the tower to hide it from air. It's a fat little piggy. It needs a little bit of grease. Okay, there we go. It's inside, so it's reasonably safe from air, but it's only one position.
And they did actually, RPS by the way, did actually put up proximity mines at the entrance to the tower, just taking out a sneaky medic who was trying to C4 the Sundra. That was actually good play, good defensive play there with the
Well,
mines.
Charlie is currently in the hands of. I'm going to have a quick look inside here. I think it's one infiltrator being a nuisance. Oh no, it's actually a few infantry. But it's nothing a big. It could stop a
There's
squad.
three alphas are in there in that point, and they just took it. On the other hand, Jesters
Bravo
still
point.
fighting over control for Bravo point. Bravo squad was taken out though, so the Jesters are taking this back as we speak. But RPS is spawning heavily to the
Well,
northwest in the tower.
they had such a like. The cap progress went so quickly when they had 3 points. It's only a minute with 2 points. I mean, okay, they've got themselves sundered for RPS, but it's being attacked now by infantry, it's being attacked by the lightning, and Bravo hold is tenuous if anything, because Jesters are immediately rallying towards it. You know, it is all down for RPS. They've got a lot of work to do here.
The Jesters are actually bringing in a galaxy, a high-flying galaxy from the northwest. I don't know how many people are on it because I can't see it, if there's even more than 1 people on it. And I'm not quite sure what they're doing with it, but I think they're going to leapfrog with it into NS material storage. Because they have 30 seconds left until Howling Pass is captured, and then they just want to get to NS as quickly as possible.
So what's the location of the galaxy at the moment?
It's like northwest of Howling Pass, but we've got all of RPS's Alpha Squad on Charlie Point right now, and they're holding it. But it doesn't really help them much because 10 seconds left on that capture, so you gotta get another point.
By holding this point, they deliberately prevent Jesters
NS
from
material
moving
storage.
on. Exactly. So it's not game over yet, but they're still trying to play. Jesters is correctly going after the Sunder, and they've gotten rid of it. So there's no hard spawn now, there's no max spawns, and there's only 1 squad spawn for Charlie, and Charlie now is flicking as well. Oh, was briefly flicking.
Well, it was quickly flicking from an infiltrator, but Alpha Squad for RPS, they've got 8 people on that point right now, and we have to take a little break and go. This is a 3-0 for Jesters right now because they did take the base.
Now the problem here is because we're looking at Charlie is that no one's really watching upstairs. As far as I can tell, there's no maxes. There's only an engineer turret. This is begging to get rushed by just a proper squad push.
Right now, the problem is RPS is just sitting in NS material storage in their spawn room. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. It seems they've got some burster maxes up. They're doing some lock-on rocket launching. It seems like it. I feel they're getting ready to defend this base instead of, you know, helping their still alive friends at Howling Pass because
one hostile flipping A. Yeah.
There's still 8 people on Charlie Point at Howling Pass, and it seems the Jesters don't really want to clean that up. They're going for A right now, but they have a lot of people in the air, and it seems they're just not getting those that infantry on the ground to take the points back. Here comes the Galaxy, though.
Oh, they've got Alpha back. I can see on the minimap a number from Bravo Squad and Alpha have taken back A because they own the base, so they're just spawning it on the base.
There was a single infiltrator flipping it, but
and
still,
this is all the infiltrator
RPS,
needs to
8
do.
People. 8 people on Point Charlie. That's not an easy building to take.
Well,
and those Reavers
why is it
circling the
only
base.
8? I mean, if I'm RPS right, and I've only got 8 people, and I need to reinforce my rest on. First of all,
they're bringing in
beacon.
a spawn beacon right now. It just
right, because you would rotate,
so
you could get your Bravo Squad to drop in with one of your spare members.
Here comes a single Jester guy, a single Jester medic going up those stairs. I think he's not gonna make it though. Jester's being taken out. Yep, he goes down.
There's not enough. The problem with the Jesters is although they're winning here, they're going in piecemeal, 1, 2 at a time. They need to take this point. They need to. Yep. Well, I think Jesters
RPS did just lose their spawn beacon. They brought in a single Bravo guy who just got taken out. It's actually Bravo's squad leader. So I feel
they need to swap rotation quickly.
Yeah, I feel that they're swapping around to bring Bravo squad in here, but I'm not sure. And here comes the Jesters with a nice push.
They're using their air in the window. It's quite effective. First air. Here comes the Scaramax. This is what we were afraid of. What are they going to do against the Max?
Well, they have C4. It's right there. Is it going to blow? Is he going to blow it up?
He's dead.
Blow that up.
Oh, nice AV grenade. Yes, oh, there you go. He gets some good heavy work there.
Revive grenade for RPS now, bringing their people back up. Revive grenade for Jesters, bringing
a knife kill for the VS medic. It is a bit patchy here. It's like who's got the most res nades?
That medic, he's doing it.
Can we need to kill off the NC medic? Another one's up.
We've got 2 VS medics right now. Oh, and RPS brings up all their people with medics and revive grenades.
Who used a healing grenade? I want to know who used the healing grenade. You need to be banned, sir. But there's no point in using healing grenades. Oh, man.
That is very true, and RPS manages to defend this point yet again, so we're still on Howling Pass, and the Reavers are just being crows right now. They're just trying to pick up anything that's shiny and spandex. But what is the rest of RPS
Okay, so
doing?
Jesters have now platoon waypoint Charlie. This is obviously going to be their main focus. I think they'll come here in proper numbers. Any hopes at leapfrogging are obviously gone. But again, oh wow, I think that's Jesters just got picked off. One heavy catching them off guard. I think most of the medics are gone.
RPS got picked off. They're losing the point. They've got one person left alive. He's dead right now.
Some good light assault work coming down and a heavy assault picking them off.
Yeah, and Jesters are flipping the point. But do you actually see what RPS has been doing? Because I was asking where are the rest of them. They're actually on the cliffs to the south with burster maxes and anti-air lock-on rocket launchers. There was like 7 people just standing here on the cliffs trying to provide long-range anti-air.
This is alright. So normally I'm not too critical. Well, no, never mind. I am critical. But the point is that what's the point of this? You've got your squad on Charlie, holding off the cap, still making Howling Pass into contention. Yet you have half your platoon sit on a rock, saying, "Hey, look at our guys; they're getting killed off." You don't rotate the squad leadership, you don't put in a Bravo squad beacon, you don't fly in with more aircraft, you don't bring in fresh Sunders to support the guys you've got and see who I might add held that for about 5 minutes. That's quite an impressively long hold. You just go back and automatically go into anti-air mode. And anti-air mode in the middle of the base where you can't go back and defend, I might add, so you're actually isolated if you manage to get people in with a squad beacon. And then to top it all off, you want to fly anti-air on the ground and you're getting picked off as they hide behind the rocks, you're not actually flying aircraft yourself. Mini soapbox opera over, but come on RPS, you can do Lovely, saw that kind of roadkill. Oh wow, that's fantastic.
Road-killing them. Oh, that just pours salt into the wounds right now. And let's see what we've got here. We've got a single flash. I think that's a ray flash for RPS moving in. So I think we know what he's up to. I mean, he's obviously going to move into Howling Pass, undetected, trying to, flip a point so they can't take Ennis material.
One person at here, and I'm gonna look on. Yep. So we've got an infiltrator, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, we have an NC infiltrator. So he's thinking about it, and they've still got air dominance. They belly rammed most of the air off the point, so that was kind of cute.
Anti-air, yes.
Yeah. So now if we're looking for vehicles, they're getting ready to bring up their hard spawn. So I see 1, 2 Sunders and a Lightning.
So here, by the way, sorry to interrupt you, but we've got Alpha Squad of RPS right now. They're just defending the point at Ennis material, and we've got Bravo Squad leader for RPS, who's in Stalker Cloak and Infiltrator. He's moving into Howling Pass from the northeast. Actually, no Stalker Cloak, it seems, or is it? I think it's Stalker Cloak. I don't know, but he's actually Anyway, he's moving into point C now, and I think what he's gonna do is that he's gonna before flipping it, he's gonna put in the spawn beacon, call in his squad, and then flip that point.
This is Howling Pass, this is Charlie Point, yes.
This is Howling Pass C point, it's happening
It's an effective method of...
happening right now, and with that, Ennis material storage is safe again.
Yep,
and the spawn beacon is up. Spawn beacon is up for RPS on C point Howling Pass.
There it is.
Where are my drop pods? Rain down on me, you spandex devils.
Oh, I'm guessing
no?
10 seconds.
Oh, here they come, here they come. No, here they come. Number 1. Number 2. Yep, they're
Jesters are aware.
Doing it. Oh, the Jesters are aware. That one, there's a, what is that, engineer versus 2 guys. Oh, medic gets taken. Oh,
they're already getting bombed, but they're inside. That's the important thing. What they need to do now is, that's just one squad, right? They need to move somebody that just dropped in to be the leader of Bravo
right
squad.
now it is 2 people. It's 2
in.
Bravo squad people. And
Right,
the
so they need to rotate
out.
to get A in and put down fresh beacons. But
oh, that medic was that suicide? No, they're not getting bombed. Oh, they're lucky. They're lucky there. They're just going to defend this building again.
But the thing is, the pilots for Jesters have landed.
Yeah, and he
gets picked off as well. So I mean, it doesn't look Charlie's going to hold for long. Now the thing is, our Jesters.
RPS just took down the pilot for that Reaver.
Yep. So now there's 2 medics, so it's enough to keep them each other up. Again, this is just just a nuisance for Jesters because they keep having to come back.
Here comes an anti-vehicle. No, there was a flashbang. Jesters just threw a flashbang in there, but they
got rid of the squad beacon. That's the important thing. So every guy they pick off now, it's going to slowly dwindle the enemy forces now.
Well, on the other hand, RPS currently has 3 medics up. It seems. Make that 2 medics.
Looking at Ennis material storage, they have 2 Sunders set up and they have a number of Alpha Squad ready to go. As soon as this point flips, the fight's going to move on to the next base. RPS really got to hold on to this point here.
RPS just got taken out. Oh no, wait, here comes a revive grenade and another res
There's one hero light assault, he's got it all up to him.
Oh, they kill each other. double kill, and the point stays
It's
in
safe.
Vonu hands.
But the problem is there's no squad beacon. And
No, there's nothing.
is this... Oh, I was going to say, I thought the eye was about to be res. It's not. I don't think any of the VS can spawn. There's no medics, as far as I can tell. In comes another
there's nothing.
NC Jesters. He's
And
going to
it
flip
gets
the point.
flapped.
Okay,
It's
that's it.
getting
It's
flipped.
game
It's
over
getting
for the Howling Pass. So if we warp now over to NS Material Storage...
And the fight is already raging. Alpha Squad.
They're
for
already
RPS
on the
heavily
point.
defending their point. They are on the point, but they can't flip it. But here it goes.
Here
Now
it
they
goes,
can flip
yeah.
it. Here it goes. Howling Pass was secured. They're flipping it. That one guy over there by the big tower. Then another guy going into there. But they've got RPS has a turret that's overlooking the point. Doesn't really help them much though, because they're just flipping it
Well,
from behind
RPS
the
is
tower.
counter pushing, but they're just getting bombed. Oh man, this is painful.
Ah,
Again,
don't push out of that building, guys. If you've got Reavers above your head.
yeah, I don't know.
At the same time, sorry. At the same time, RPS doing the exact same thing again. A hero Wraith Flash with an infiltrator, of course, like going towards Howling Pass past Jester
Just be a
Skyguard.
nuisance.
And it's the same thing. It's Bravo Squad. They're going to do the exact same thing.
If it works, you know, it works because if you fly a scythe with ejector seat, you're going to get spotted. But if you go with the Wraith,
Yeah.
you know, you won't be noticed.
The thing is, can RPS secure that point and end its material?
They
Right
are.
now
I mean,
it is
they're
secured,
holding
but-
the building to the north, and they're just running back and forth to the point, flipping it, and then going back in. So, I mean, if you're Jesters, you want to hold the building to the south as
Yep.
your initial push, and they're coming with maxes and infantry here, so with air dominance. Oh, finally,
RPS, by
some
the way,
air.
talking about air dominance, yes, RPS pulling 5 scythes right now, but I don't know why that one scythe, instead of waiting for his friends, is going in.
He
He
got a
takes out
kill,
Reaver,
though.
but gets immediately taken out, though.
Oh, there's
Should've
also
waited.
there's a Skyguard up as well for
8
Jesters.
scythes, 8 scythes coming for
I
RPS,
see
but
them.
they better move quick.
They're a little bit isolated, but we'll watch this.
They better move quick, because A point and lots of Jesters on Ennis material.
Thing is, it's not that many that's attacking A, so if you've got 24 people, have 12 pull air and 12 defend the cap point. I mean, a concentrated proper defense of 12 on A in its material storage is more than enough to hold it. Anyway, watching this air fight.
Yeah, we've got a lot of air, a lot of scythes. They're just flying over the base, while Alpha Squad, or like most of Alpha Squad for RPS, seems to be trying to regroup and take back the A-point at Ennis material storage, but I don't really see that happening right now, because the Jesters, they've got their C-Maxes set up with, you know, like, Scat Maxes up in the building, so if you go in there,
Looks
you
like
get one shot.
all the scythes are actually using main and primary anti-air guns.
Makes sense to me. I mean, they want to take,
Because they just want to clear the air, they're not interested in rocket podding
Yep.
the ground.
Well, they do have Coyote missiles, which, you know, while not, of course, the best at taking out ground, they do, you know, they can help you do some ground damage. But right now, honestly, I feel they should pull their scythes back, because Jesters
Fighting
are
over
taking
Howling
this.
Pass.
Yeah.
Thing is, this is the thing, is as long as they're fighting in the air, they're not on the ground helping out. So for Jester's point of view, once they're on the point, then they own the north and south building of the capture point. That's the air cleared off now.
Yep. Now we've got the Alpha Squad leader for RPS actually at Point Bravo of Howling Pass, probably waiting for the other guys in his team.
Fresh
to
push from
re-secure Ennis
RPS though, they're
material.
pushing on the north
Oh, they're
building with
pushing.
lots of maxes and infantry. And they're
Oh,
using
but
a
do
little
you
bit of
wanna
their
push
rockets.
up there? Do you really want to push up into the building against Scat
With
Maxes?
smoke, I hope they brought thermal with them.
Well, the Maxes certainly
It
have.
looks really painful. Give the max a hug.
Here we need a revive grenade here, please. One Vanu revive grenade. Order coming right
Okay,
up.
so there's still an NC max up.
Yeah, revive grenade just came up, and all of RPS is back. They're gonna revive that max pretty quickly,
Oh.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
too,
we've got a
too many
hero
revive grenades.
engineer for Jesters. Oh, that hero engineer just took out like 3 people just by flanking them.
Problem is that there's too many maxes. There's,
Yeah.
there's at least 4 maxes, 5 maxes for.
Jesters just lost all of their maxes by going into that building. Why did you go into
mean
that
RPS?
building against the C maxes? Sorry, RPS. Yes, they just lost all of their maxes. Went into a building to fight NC maxes instead
It
of
was
just
great use of
circling
smoke.
around
The
the
question
south.
is, did RPS bring their thermal scopes? And even then, were their maxes just running in willy-nilly? Because I'm looking at the Jesters
Well, they
maxes.
were doing a
and they had engineer
coordinated push,
support.
but I mean, if you fight NC maxes, do you really go into the building instead of just, you know, going south from the spawn room and attacking
It
them on the
depends
open
if I
field?
brought my pounders or not. That's mainly the real question. But in this scenario with VS, probably not.
I
No,
was about to say, as VS, you probably would rather be in the open field, you know, like plinking away at them.
Right. Well, the thing is, they've
What
also
with that?
redistributed their squad, so they've got the north building and they have, they're watching the choke point on the south point as well. So the 2 key points when you're holding on to Ennis Mature Storage is the north building of the capture point and the one entrance in the stairway, and on the south point around this edge. where the vehicle pad is. Interestingly enough, they've left that alone. They've brought a sun drop to back them up though. They're probably just using the firepower. And they've still got air dom.
I like how that Thunder is literally just, you know, like a normal Basilisk Thunder.
Yeah, he's just being a nuisance. I mean, if he wants to be anti-infantry nuisance, he'd really just have a Fury on the top, and that'd be really
But
painful.
we've got a single infiltrator for RPS. Oh no, he walks out of. Oh, you had such good cover, but he
So
didn't flip
that
the point.
he was
He
in the
flipped
bush.
point. Well, he was trying to use the bush, but
Briefly.
how do you? Oh, look at that light assault! Look at that light assault C4ing the Sundra. He's doing it.
Oh, they
Takes
jumped
down,
out.
Oh, takes down
Hey,
the
guess
Jester.
what? Oh, I didn't pull off the trigger. Oh well, nearly, but not quite. All right, now they've got
Very, very
Max
close.
on the cap point. I don't understand this. What's up with Jesters? It's all falling apart here.
I don't know.
It's a good rap. They had it.
disappeared.
There's tons of
They
people.
just disappeared.
Look at the mini map. They're I don't understand. They're all respawning. They must
Oh,
have
and the
picked up.
Sundra goes down. C4 it. C4 it.
Well, it's a good save by RPS. They need to hold on to it. They need to locate, even though they're getting bombed from the air, they have to locate where now Jesters are coming in from, which is east of their Sunder.
Oh,
Pick that
Jester's
off.
bringing in a Liberator, bringing in a Zephyr Liberator.
So Jesters have just come into the south building, and they're all
Oh, no,
they're
I'm
going to
sorry,
push
that's
down
a-
the little staircase.
That's a Bulldog tail gun on that Liberator and a Shredder as main gun.
That's an
sorry.
interesting camera angle. But yes, as we see Jesters, they're about to move down the small staircase in the south building. They're waiting for the rest of their platoon to catch up.
Yep. Now, right now, full air support again. It seems that RPS has gotten rid of like all of their air, and they're just.
Oh,
on the
where's
ground. Here come the
RPS gone?
Jesters. Here
Where's
come the
RPS
Jesters.
gone? They
I
just
don't know.
totally
Here
left
come
the
the
point. They left the
Jesters.
building.
Here come the Jesters. They're taking up, I guess, like defensive positions in that building. And C-Max is moving in, going in close. Here come the grenades from the Jesters. Oh, that's a revived grenade from the Jesters too, bringing up all their guys. And RPS pushing back. They're being pushed back by the combined efforts of NC-Maxes and grenades.
Still a lot of explosives pushing in from the ground floor in this building. You just drop C4 on the top, and I think that's what they're doing here for
Revive
RPS.
grenades for RPS now. RPS just used 3 revive grenades to bring up 2
Come on, they need
people.
more C4. They need to drop more C4 down on top of them, otherwise it's not
They're
going to work.
doing it. There's a medic. There's a medic. They took down one of the Maxes. That medic just goes in.
Oh wow, there's so
Hero
many
medic
revive
knifing
grenades.
the Max. Doesn't take it out with a knife though.
Oh,
he tried to go
nice,
for the
there you
neutral.
go. Good kill in the bomb.
Oh, look at that bottom there.
There's a lot of death. There's a little death
That's a
circle.
lot of dead Maxes, and the point
problem
still
is that-
belongs to RPS.
Jesters, they hung around too long. If they're going to push up, they should have just pushed up. They shouldn't just sat there and did nothing. You know, they're just waiting there, waiting for everyone to be rezzed.
Jesters just threw a revive grenade though. Can they bring up all their guys? Nope,
No,
they got taken
they're
out
being
again.
camped. It's not going to happen. So it's a nice hold, but and they've got the cap point RPS. So I mean, it's working in their favor now. Jesters needs to
Well,
bring up
there's
some
still
fresh
2 minutes
Sunders.
left to actually resecure the space.
They've got air dominance. They need to bring up some fresh Sunders who've got some other spawn options, and then just push for the point. They don't need to take the north building. They just need to hold the south building and hold the A point. Anyone that comes outside is going to get bombed by the air. So they didn't have to push into the north A, but they just chose to clean out.
So right now we actually got pretty much all of RPS in this base. They're in the spawn room. They're in the Tim is running. They're in the spawn room. They're in the northern base, northern room, and they've got a few people in the southern base where Jesters is again with just a spawn beacon, it seems, and the Sundra all the way to the south, like so far away. That Sundra, so far away, but they're pushing. They're pushing it. They're pushing
so
it.
the eastern Sunder for just so we're up to date here, the eastern Sunder that was being used by Jesters has been picked off. Now they have a southern Sunder. They've pushed back through the south building because it didn't look like Jesters wanted to hold the southern building, and they're slowly
Why do
pushing
they not
up on A
hold the
again.
southern building though? Why would you not hold the southern building? You see them coming from the south. The southern building, such a perfect defensive position.
Yeah.
And now the Jesters have the point again. Because the southern building closer to the point, so they can just, you know, take cover behind the tower to the south and flip the point.
RPS obviously needs to hold the point, and they've done successfully. They managed to get the point a few times now, but they need to hold the point so it's a full base save. And when it's a full base save, then they can go and do their infiltrator harassment at Howling Pass again, which I'm sure they would love to do.
Oh, they would love to do that.
Alright, so now they're approaching from the top.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
flanking
flanked
from
by
behind.
the Jesters. That Max is just, the Max just punches the turret to get through. Jesters now
that's a
setting up
perfect
turret
flank.
of their own.
RPS doesn't realize what's going on.
Beautiful flank. Beautiful flank. RPS is fighting. They're still fighting. Res grenade up for RPS. Bringing... Oh, no, that was for Jesters, actually. Bringing up all their guys, and Jesters has both buildings at the point.
Well, again, we've seen this before, and RPS by some miracle managed to pull it back. What's RPS going to do now? 2 minutes to go, Bald's in their court. We have a look at the spawn building, and I just go, sweet.
And for people who have just tuned into the stream, we are streaming RPS versus the Jesters, and right now Jesters are leading with 3
It looks
points
like they're
to
pulling
0
a
points.
lot of maxes. I can see about 4 or 5 maxes inside the spawn room, but the problem is they're going to get bombed as they do a run, no matter what way they go
I'm looking at
for.
it, yes, there's actually 6 maxes in here. 6 maxes, and they've all, it seems if they're going for combined infantry anti-vehicle, so I guess they want to take out, you know, the NC maxes.
Jesters
and look,
are holding
look, they're
the...
doing it! They're pushing,
Oh,
RPS
God,
pushing
yeah.
down the south.
I was going
like
to
said
say,
earlier.
Jesters, they don't need to hold the north building, they need to hold both entry points, but they're pushing
Yep, they're
for the
not
point.
doing it.
But the
But
maxes
that
have used
Liberator-
charge and they're isolated.
Oh,
They're
that
going to get picked
Liberator-
off.
VS Max is going into close combat and also getting liberated right now. That
Oh,
Liberator just sitting
God,
above.
that looks painful.
Oh, that's a massacre. That is a massacre right now.
And you can see Jesters have also brought up another Sunder much closer to the aid point. Their respawn time
And
is
of course
huge.
the Reaver
And they've
flying
also got a
close.
Sunder
Oh,
on the
boy.
point for pounding. And if we have a look at those guns, those are not Basilisk anymore. Double Fury Sunder. So they've actually
Double
learned.
Fury Sundra holding that point with Reavers above and a Liberator. What do you do against that? You turn into mincemeat on the ground. That was
It's not enough time. It's less than a minute. If you had 2 minutes, you might YOLO pull a whole bunch of aircraft. And apologies for the
Yeah,
term.
but no, not
But
right
it's
now.
not
They
gonna
just
happen
lost
now.
all their maxes. Like half of their forces just lost their maxes.
That's gonna hurt the resource count as well.
And yes, the resource count. You've got the timers going on. They can't pull the maxes quick enough. They're trying to get to the point. I feel like they're trying to get like a single
It's a
person
long
to
run
the point.
though. Now,
Yeah, and they
Jesters
can't
are
flip
doing
it.
good here, but one important thing is they're only holding the north building. Realistically speaking, they should be holding the north and the south, so the south holds the flank around the vehicle term, or holding the south square building to watch the flank at the vehicle term. So I mean, they've pulled it off, but if it wasn't for their air dominance, they would have lost the capture point, and they would have been hemmed in the north
Yep.
building.
But that was RPS going for full-on infantry when they needed to have some air support too. But we've got 5 seconds left on this base, which is going to give 2 points to Jester and 2, 1, 0. Jesters captures and his material storage. That is a 5-0 right now. And I actually flew ahead already to Russian Watchtower.
No, there's nobody
and the
there.
Jesters, no, there's nobody there. RPS is spawning there in defensive positions. They've already got one person just on A defending it. But no one leapfrogged. So Jesters, I'm not sure if they're actually going to try and properly take
There's
this
a
base in the
couple of
little time they have
stragglers,
left.
but it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. I mean, they could like go with Sunders and Quick, but given the time that's left, and the
RPS
drive
has
time-
completely abandoned NS material, by the way. There's not a single RPS soldier here. And Jester's moving in with a Sundra and a Lightning towards Russian Watchtower.
Now, it'd
Also
be
their,
interesting to see which
Liberator.
path they take. Do they go straight from the tower, or do they go
They're
up
going
to the left
straight
up the
north.
hill? Thing
They're
is, they can
going
actually drive up the hill to the left just right
Yep.
now. Yes, they
which
are.
they're
Okay.
doing, which they're doing. I
They're
mean,
gonna
of
go
course, that's
for-
what you're doing. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you wouldn't drive directly into that tower. But now RPS bringing in their own Sundra, actually. So they're doing a little Sundra exchange here. Problem is, of course, there's a
They're
Liberator.
getting bombed by the lib. Yeah.
Yeah. That lib, I mean, okay, that lib is actually, I think that lib is going to go down. Because that's a lot of anti-air on that lib.
Oh, but it's no.
Oh,
There you
no,
go.
he
Break
made
a
it,
rocket.
Made it
Got
behind
rid
the
of it.
hill. Made it behind the hill.
So Bravo Squad Jester Sunder is in position, getting set up.
And yeah, and they're spawning and they're going for the point.
Is there anyone defending the cap point here?
A
Because you've had plenty
single,
of time.
there's a single max defending the point.
He's looking at the
Single
wall
max.
more than anything else.
Yeah. Oh, but that heavy just fluffed his rocket launcher there, shooting the ground. But he's still flipping the point, so that Max is
He
like,
has no
"Oh, I
support.
wanna flip it.
He
I
needs an
wanna flip
engineer
it."
backing him up. What's he doing there by himself?
And
Oh
he
my
goes
god,
down
that
and
just
they
looked
flip the
horrible.
point.
Okay, well, okay, so much for that. Let's have a look. I mean,
Yeah.
the Venu have got themselves
Got a Sundra
motion
that's
sensor,
right next to
Sunder.
here.
And the Sunder's
Got a Sunder,
deployed.
but Sunder's
Oh, the
getting,
medic's gonna
Sunder's
C4 it.
getting C4 right next to the heavy.
What's the heavy
Heavy's
doing
got
with the
a-
dark light?
Oh, that guy
What's he
got-
doing?
He just got killed. He just got team killed by his own guys. Couldn't blow up his C4. Now he's getting revived. He's gonna push the trigger.
No, he got
gets
picked up
taken
again.
down again. Oh my god. There's still those two C4 just blinking there, and that guy is lying on the ground.
Oh,
wait, he's
there's a
getting
AV
revived
Max
again.
from behind.
Is he gonna push
He's
it?
picking
Is
it
he
off.
gonna push the
No,
trigger?
it's
Yes,
down.
he takes down the Sundra. He takes down the Sundra. Gets
There was
revived. Push the
Jester's
trigger.
AV Max from behind as well.
Amazing. Amazing.
Well, RPS is definitely trying to somewhat zerg hold on to this cap point, but the thing is that the spawn point, the close proximity spawn point with the Jesters is much closer now. than the RPS. They've lost their close proximity Sunder.
Yep. To the hero who managed to get revived 3 times to finally push the trigger, by the way. But yeah, RPS right now seems to not really have an answer to what is happening here. I guess
it's a long run to the cap point as well.
They're trying to take out that Sundra. I mean, Jesters Sundra is smoking. It's getting repaired slowly, but that's a long run. A few guys from Bravo
It's not
squad
going to change anything.
Yeah, that's not going to change anything. Jesters is
they're
just too
using
entrenched in
the
this building.
AV turret. I can see from the tower. That's RPS, but it's already getting bombed by the NC Libra from Jesters. And it's being rocketed as well. It's smoking pretty badly. It'd be dangerous.
Now we've got 2 RPS, 3 Light Assaults moving across the A building.
Oh, and they just bypassed the max.
Yep, and they're going.
Oh, but they're getting picked off by the engineer.
Oh, they're getting picked off. There's another one. There's another one.
He's gonna get flanked from behind by the medic.
Couldn't even take down the first
and now the third light assault in that. And look, this engineer's smart.
Oh,
good
and he
frag
gets taken
grenade.
out from behind.
Fresh push from RPS up the stair bankment, but they're going straight into a max. There's no maxes here for RPS, probably because their timers or resources are affected by their last push.
And with that, we have 2 minutes left, and this is actually the thing here because there's 1 minute 40 left on the timer.
Oh, they could get it.
They could get the
2
base,
points,
but
yeah.
if RPS,
They just need to stall for like 20 seconds.
Yes, if they manage it and they stall it, they just do like a nice heavy push, just straight for the point to flip it for at least a little bit.
People on the back, but
you know they can do it.
Problem here is that RPS aren't using maxes. Jesters are using maxes.
Honestly, at this point in time, I would actually try like a crazy tactic, like for example, have an entire squad of just like stalker cloak infiltrators.
What?
Go, yeah, you know, just like rush
Stalker
for the
cloak.
point. Just stalker cloak
What,
infiltrator.
and just stealth and run
Just-
round in
yeah,
circles?
just stealth, just rushing there. All they need to do is keep.
Oh
the
my
point
god,
neutral, you
one
know?
grenade would screw that up, or just blind firing a scat max. Oh
Yes.
wow.
Or have them just throw like EMP grenades
For
everywhere and stuff like that.
entertainment
Just go
purposes, yeah,
crazy.
sure, whatever.
Go
but
crazy for it.
these are not legitimately endorsed tactics of Com Clash, I might add. Don't expect to win by doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, both of our casters are trained in the art of making up bullshit tactics. Please do not try that at home.
No, no. Speak for yourself. Right, anyway,
Oh,
so
but
RPS
look
is
what
pushing
RPS
in.
is doing. Wait, you can't see it because they're not in their platoon. RPS is doing a
They're
crazy
pushing a
push.
lot of infantry. They're getting
Yeah,
raw
they're pulling
pods.
all of the maxes. All the maxes.
Their
they
maxes
could,
are
the
going
maxes
without any
being
support
charged.
though. And
Oh,
all
they have some.
preemptive
They
claymores
have
and
some. They're
C4.
going for it. They're going for it. Oh no!
Look
Don't
at that
shoot.
big
You don't want to take out
staircase,
the
though.
maxes. Don't go up the staircase. You want to go to the point.
Oh
you want
my
to go to the
God.
point. Why are you going?
Why
up the
did they go in
staircase?
that door? They should have
Why
gone
are
in
you
the
going
door
up
at
the
the small
staircase?
staircase. The door at small staircase is much closer.
The staircase is not where the points are. We've got lashers on the capture
Oh
point.
my god.
What are you doing? 3 seconds left. No! And with that, Jesters captures the base for another 2 points, bringing them up to 7-0, and the first round is over.
Wow. Close.
What an ending to that halftime. 7-0 for the Jesters right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Tony, our German host, Dev, is now going to be flipping the points. We're about to go into a 20-minute break, guys. So get refreshments, drinks, whatever, and we'll see what happens in the second half. But Klyka, your RPS, what do you do in the second half?
In the second half, I would definitely try to have a constant air presence and not just, have like sometimes 10 minutes between actually having a single scythe up in the air. And honestly, I don't think that the Jesters are actually that much stronger on the ground because RPS has shown some good infantry fights. They need to watch their maxes a little bit, give them some better support. But I feel that if they just look at what just happened and look at how important air support is, and they just constantly try to have like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be like an entire squad, but just have some air presence.
Right.
Instead of trying ground
I think
AA,
it's partly
they're
to
gonna
do
do a
with
lot
the
better.
it's partly to do with their squad composition. They've got
Yes.
2 full squads, and they're sticking to the sort of rigid. You are alpha, you are air, which means if the air gets shot down and the timers there, or the resources are there, it's hurting RPS because they
Well,
can't
RPS
keep a
actually,
fresh
so,
line.
sorry to stop you there, they actually have 3 squads running. They have
Oh,
Alpha squad
okay.
with 9 people, and then Bravo and Charlie with 8 people each.
Well, this
so,
is interesting because then that negates that argument. There's no reason why theoretically they couldn't rotate. And I guess what we're getting at here is, to me, it seems that for whatever reason RPS isn't pulling air. and they're staying on ground. Maybe that's more what they're more comfortable with. So as a result, it feels they're being more rushed, right? We have to get to the capture point, because on ground in an infantry fight, both teams are a little bit messy compared to some other squad composition we've played by other outfits in Community Clash. They're still getting the job done, but they're going kind of piecemeal. So it feels that, you know, Jesters are not outplaying RPS on the ground in terms of infantry fighting. Yes, they have more maxes, but that's only as a cause of the losing them in previous engagements.
Yep.
But it just feels that RPS is being more rushed and more running in because they have to be quick and get inside the doors because they're being bombed. And then maybe flak armor might help there, but then they don't have grenade bandolier or nano weave against what the enemy might be having. So and because they're rushing, their maxes are not supported. They're way out isolated by themselves. They don't have engineers or medics to back them up, and it just rolls downhill. So as we said, air presence. Air isn't all super important, but it's the top linchpin where even if you have a little bit of air presence during your push, you don't need air presence for like 30 seconds to allow you to get to the point, and that's all you need.
Yep, that's all you need. That's all you need.
Okay.
So Fara and me are going to shake hands and agree that in the second half we want to see more RPS air presence, and with that we're going into a 20-minute break to flip the bases. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the second half at Community Clash.
Welcome back, guys, and get ready for round 2. You ready, Klyka?
Yeah, of course I'm ready. Welcome back everybody to round 2. RPS is setting up. They've got 30 seconds now to get ready, and I'm watching that at them at the attack plant. They've got a Galaxy, which Bravo squad is going to get into, and they've got Alpha and Charlie squad just standing at those air terminals waiting to pull lots of size. What's the Jesters doing?
Jesters, they're ready to use both terminals at the biolab for Rashnu. I don't see a Galaxy, however, so this will be interesting.
No Galaxy?
No, they could just be deciding to pull a large amount of air and just do complete air dominance over the enemy, so we'll see.
Well, that is definitely going to work out quite well for them, I think, because here the round starts. Yep, and the scythes are being pulled and the Galaxy lifts off. Let's see if that Galaxy actually goes without any escorts. Nope.
Yep, lots of Reavers for Jesters.
Galaxy heading out immediately.
Vehicles. I see one Lightning at least.
Okay, a Lightning, interesting. The Galaxy's now going in. They've got a single Scout Scythe, by the way, who's circling. Wow, RPS has like a single Scythe circling all the way around the west. Like he's at Crimson Bluff Tower almost now. I think he's just going to check out where the Jesters are coming from.
Sure. Yeah, well, the Jesters are bringing him fairly tight. No one's like isolated in any
here they come. Galaxy on point A for RPS, dropping all of Bravo squad. Are they going to hack the terminals? Yep, of course they're going to hack the terminals, why wouldn't they? And the air battle begins.
We're going to pick a plane and follow it. There we go.
Yep. We've got a single scythe for RPS right in the middle. Oh my god, being followed by 4 Reavers. Just insta-gift. 4 Reavers who were flying in perfect tandem. Like, these Jester guys know how to fly in tight formations. I see scythes getting picked up left and right.
It looks to me like Jesters are just mopping up. They have significantly more planes in the air, I also think. They've brought 2 whole squads, possibly.
They do. RPS brought in a single Liberator. Jesters brought in 2. Lots and lots of air hammers going on. RPS's Liberator. Smoking explodes just as I look at it, and that Galaxy is just flying as high as it can. But what's happening on the ground? So we've got immediately 2 Sunderers being pulled by RPS. Wow, that is good. RPS just pulled, 3 Sunderers at the hacked vehicle terminal. 1 to the southeastern tower, 1 to the northwestern tower, and 1 to the very eastern tower. But the Jesters brought in their own Sunderer with a gate diffuser. Yep, and they're all the way next to point C, which is already captured and where they've got a spawn beacon.
Yep, I see that there, and he's hiding. Now, as far as the air is concerned, it looks like Jesters have finished mopping up. There's maybe a couple of strikes. Yeah, they finished mopping up. So now they're just going to go into, you know, autopilot, bomb the enemy Sunderers.
Yeah, but one of the enemy Sunderers actually is in the tower directly northeast of Bravo. But the Jesters actually have a power to the south. Did we say tower wars in the first half? Because now we have a Sundra in one tower and a Sundra in the other, and there's literally just going to be a fight between them.
It depends whether or not RPS falls into anti-air mode, which it looks like they're doing. They've got the turret and they've got anti-air.
They've got a turret and an anti-air max.
I kind of want to see them pushing on. I mean, this Sundra placement is great. This eastern Sunder placement is fine, but they need to make sure that no one gets an edge or an eye on it, and from the Sunder, they can quite happily take Bravo and Charlie. So it's a good location, but they can't be passive like they were last time. Speaking
So,
of Charlie is flipping.
Jesters, yeah, Charlie is being flipped by a single heavy
Well, that was.
who's actually shooting down on the Sundra from up on the building at point C. And he's trying to take out the Sundra, but I don't think he can actually put out the DPS for it. Oh wait, it's getting hit by the anti-tank turret too. But it hits it into the back, where, as we all know,
nice
it's
work.
blockade armor. Yep.
But still, it's not something that's going to be easily stopped, that anti-vehicle turret.
Tank turret. Yeah, but it's hitting the Sundra in the back where the armor is thickest, so it's not actually doing that much damage.
Oh, the turret's been
And
taken
point
down.
C, point B,
Sundra's
by the way, now
burning.
being flipped.
Oh, they just saved the Sunder, at least for now.
They did just save it, but point B is being flipped for RPS, and RPS has point A now, where they have all of Bravo Squad on, just defending it, defending the turrets. They didn't actually defending the terminals. Sorry, they didn't actually hack the air terminals. They only hacked the vehicle terminals.
Well, RPS has A point, they have B point, and from their
But
their tower
Jesters,
location,
Jesters pushing in into
they're
the
pushing.
tower
But
now.
this looks like it's the only Sunder for Jesters, and if you can check that.
Yes,
other
it
training
is the
spots.
only Sundra.
Well, that's where
It's
they're going to come
the
from.
only Sundra.
So
Yep, and RPS moving in, trying to get those
RPS is in a
anti-vehicle
beautiful
grenades.
location now. They need to
Jesters-
use their vantage point on it.
Jesters
on A.
trying to throw in anti-vehicle grenades. Now they're doing it. They can't get super close though, and again, obviously full blockade armor on that Sundra with the back to it, so they do minimal damage to it. Jesters now just swarming around the tower,
Light
but
assault from the roof as well. He's going to try and jump in. Nope.
yep, but Bravo point now being taken by a single Jesters guy, but RPS pulled a Sundra and tries to bring it into the very southernmost tower, where, as we all know, they had a really defensive Sundra position earlier. So I feel they're actually going to have, oh my god, Bravo Squad
Oh,
moved
they
away.
finally got it.
Yeah,
and this is what I was
got it.
concerned about. They had this great Sunder location and deployment for RPS, but they just succumbed to maximum pressure from Jesters. Inevitably, what should have been the case is that rather than just staying on A and then, partially staying on B at the time, or on the Sunder Tower, RPS should have pushed the Jester Sunder with everything
Oh,
they
look
had.
at that! Look at that, Jesters now. The Sundra getting bombarded by rocket launchers from that tower. They're getting pincered here. They're getting pincered, but also A point being flipped for the Jesters. B point belongs to the Jesters because RPS isn't actually sending anyone there to quick recap it.
I mean, the thing is, they'll get Charlie so long as they kill the Sunder, and this is the critical
Oh, that
thing.
Sundra is going to be C4. Sundra C4.
There
and
you
it
go.
goes
Well,
down.
there you go. So that's if you can check the rest of the base to see if the Jesters have any more Sunders. But it's crucial that they got rid of their
It's
spawns.
probably easier for you to see, honestly, because you're in their platoon, but I can't see one right now, and I see actually 2 Sunderers up for RPS. RPS managed to re-secure point
this is
Bravo. And are they moving someone? There's no defense from Jesters at point A, by the way. So
They have no
single
spawns.
infiltrator.
And
Yeah, they have
the
no
air
spawns.
wasn't really that helpful earlier, so
Yep.
they're going to have to bring in a whole fresh set of spawns. And let's have a look at the vehicle terminal. The vehicle terminal's still alive, but it's definitely hacked in RPS's favor.
Yes, it is. It is. But RPS
They need
is
to go
not
get the A
singing.
point back.
RPS is not sending anybody up here to take A point at the same time. They're just kind of focused. Well, they're pulling some Bravo squads at the southern Sundra for some reason, which means they have to run through the open ground and get killed off by the air.
So having a
I'm
look
not
around,
quite sure.
what we can tell is that there is actually only one Sunder for RPS, which is in the original turret that they were last round, which is the eastern side.
Sorry to interrupt you real quick. Jesters just put up 2 spawn beacons right on the landing pad. 2 spawn beacons right next to each other. And yep, here they come dropping in. Jesters dropping in infantry on point
That's
A.
very nice. I don't understand why RPS didn't rush back up to A and clear it and re-secure
A
it.
single infiltrator could have capped that point.
Well, it's not just that. You have the vehicle terminal, but you only have one Sunder in the base.
Yep.
Go back, take A, and don't just pull 1 or 2 Sunders and then fill out the trifecta. And the trifecta being this tower here, as you see on my screen, this tower here, and that tower here. You get 2
Jesters now doing a small 2-person heavy push on point B, which they had actually managed to flip earlier with a single engineer. RPS had taken it back, but it's now being flipped. RPS is
Where's
getting
the defense here? I don't
well,
understand.
the RPS. Well, look at it. RPS is getting. They're in the southern tower with half of their forces, just getting, like smashed by the air. Th're just circling around with the Liberator.
Looks like,
and the entire rest of RPS is to the north at point C. So Bravo is empty. Alpha is empty.
Jester
and-
Sunder can't get through the gate
Yeah,
defuse. Didn't
they've
work.
got some guys, like some Charlie guys, I guess, trying to hold that generator room? I'm not quite sure. I wonder if they're going to pull some air, actually, because this is the point where RPS needs to bring in air. Like, all those dead people should be... Oh, wait, I see a scythe? Oh, whoa. It's like wow, I feel like Vanu has touched me right now, because Bravo Squad is pulling scythes. We're going to see 8 scythes for RPS, and a Galaxy is also
Tell me,
part.
where did Vanu touch you?
I will show you on the spandex doll where Vanu touched me after the match.
Okay, so we're looking at the size. I can see 2. They're not going in individually this time, so that's a start, unlike last time where they were going in individually.
Oh,
But I can only
Jester's
see
bringing
2.
so many Sunders right now, right next to point B. Here come the scythes, by the way. Yep, and those scythes, they're flying close together, they're helping each other pretty well. Some of them are going in close, the others are doing some long-range sniping. Let's see what Bravo Squad is pulling off here. Now, at the same time, Point C is still in the hands of RPS, but Point Bravo is very, very secure. Jesters still have a Sundra up in the tower. They've got a Sundra underneath the landing pad, and RPS actually doesn't have any Sundras.
Liberator.
Yeah, but RPS, by the way, no spawn points right now in Howling Pass, and all 3 points are in the hands of the Jesters. And if RPS, RPS just dropped in an entire half of Alpha Squad on Point C. They're gonna try and flip that back, but Jesters already have some defense on it.
There wasn't enough though. They've got C temporarily. What they can't allow is for all 3 points to go through. It will just go far too quickly.
Yeah.
They need to hold on.
Well,
to
here we
this
go.
one.
Yeah, they've just flipped Point C, bringing the time from 5 minutes up to 14.
Well, they need to
But
bring
still,
another Sundra.
no
Alright.
spawn.
And
No
the Jesters
spawn
are filling
for
up all the
RPS.
tower points, so the Jesters aren't allowing RPS to get Sunders into the hidey holes simply because they already
They're
have
actually
Sunders
doing
there.
it themselves.
Yeah.
But here comes RPS bringing in 2 Sundras of their own, and they do. Oh, and actually 3 Lightnings. What are those Lightnings? Is that Skyguards?
Yep. Skyguard 1.
Yep, Skyguards.
Skyguard 2.
4 Skyguards right now, still some scythes in the air and bringing Sundras in. RPS doing the combined arms here. Problem is, of course, that pretty much every prime spot for a Sundra right now is already picked by the Jesters. So
It also
that's not gonna work
depends
out.
whether or not they have local air superiority. They've got it for now, although they're still being attacked. It's in contention. So I mean, their Sunders aren't going to be immediately picked off. That's the important thing.
yeah, one of the Jester Sundras was just taken out by a Skyguard driver who jumped out, C4'd and then got killed, leaving his Skyguard behind.
Oh,
That's
the problem is they're
dedication.
driving empty. Oh, I just got destroyed. Oh wow, the Sundra for RPS. The problem is they're driving in empty Sundras. They're not coming in and tank lines
They
as
have
well.
a single Sundra set up right now, which is their only deployed Sundra. It's to the west, underneath the tower to the west, the most western tower, directly south of it. But Jesters have already found it, and they've started shooting it with
looking at the
rockets.
platoon composition for Jesters, they are loosely spread out along the entire base. I can see a fresh Sundra just been driven in here by RPS.
RPS bringing 2 more Sundras from abandoned offices.
Yep,
But
brings them up to 3.
Jesters have regained air superiority.
But it doesn't change the fact that RPS is driving in solo Sundra. They're just driving in one guy at a time. No backup, no gunners, no engineer, no infantry support.
Yeah, here comes another Sundra getting picked off by the Shredder Liberator. Shredder Liberator, by the way, pretty much the Liberator we see in every
blow up the Sundra
community
here.
clash.
Because, it's been bombed from the top again. Yeah. And the
Can't
problem
get
is
up there.
They're
Down.
driving into bases, sections of the base that they have no dominance. If anything, they should be holding the western tower because that is where they naturally come in from.
We had a little fight going on just now at A point, but it was just 2 people from RPS who were taken out by the defenders of Jesters. And RPS no spawn points right now. They have a single Sundra in the middle of the base, but it's trying to get to cover, but I don't think it's going to make it.
On
Nope,
the
Liberator
ground,
already
there's
got
about
it.
between 8 and 10 infantry in the ground for Jesters.
Yeah, it's down.
So, and they're basically just hovering between Bravo and Charlie. Bravo and Alpha. So they're quite happy to leave A alone. This is what it looks like anyway, because it's what happened last time. They'll just make sure they clean up, make sure they get all air dominance, and then they'll just push on C, which looks like what they're doing now.
If
it
they
doesn't
are,
feel as if RPS is going to have a strong enough defense on C either.
They don't. RPS has a spawn beacon on the tower to the west, which is being taken out by Reaver right now, and they had a Sundra to the east, which was just taken out by air, bringing in their ground forces more towards C, which are going to be picked up relatively
2 engineers
quickly.
and 1 medic, and Charlie is not going to be able to defend it.
Yeah, and the infantry was coming to reinforce Charlie has just been picked up by the Jesters' combined air effort. So we need air.
RPS on the eastern turret, and they're about to push in now.
RPS needs to bring in their air again. They've got a spawn beacon.
The light assault's going to get rid of the
point C.
spawn beacon. It's going to be gone in a second for RPS.
Grenade?
Yeah,
No,
Swamp
it's
Beacon's down.
still there. You
And
see,
the
he put
second
down a
spawn
second
beacon on
one.
Charlie.
Put
That's
down
going
a
to get
second
picked
one,
off. They're not controlling the roof though, and this is the problem. They're
No,
just
they're not.
letting, and it's not like you can
that
put
kid
your
just
squad
ran
beacons
past
on the
the light source.
staircase.
Just ran past the light. That light is still alive, running through 2 people. Now he's down.
Thing is, you can
Now he's
defend
down.
the staircases by standing up, picking one and getting off, but
Yeah, but
they just didn't defend their squad beacons.
more Jesters coming in. Jesters pushing up now took the point back, and all of RPS is gone. Now with that, RPS has no presence, but they've brought the Scythes back. They're trying to take back the air superiority, definitely. And I mean, I think they're actually taking it because they've brought in quite a few Scythes. They've brought in a Galaxy, actually,
No.
which...
It
What is
still
that
looks
Galaxy
like
doing?
it's in Jester's favour though. I mean, they've got a Galaxy, and it is the new one over Charlie.
Yeah.
But have they dropped anyone though? It doesn't feel like they've
No,
got a
it
Galaxy.
seems that Alpha is spawning on it, and I think that once they're spawning on... No, most of Alpha are actually in Scythes right now. So that was like pretty much the wrong squad to pull that Galaxy.
Well, they need to move the pilot into Bravo as quickly as
Yeah.
possible and let Bravo spawn.
Well,
but he's
but
getting
I don't
picked
think
off
that
by the
Galaxy is
Reavers.
going to live that long. Still some more Scythes coming in here for RPS. At the same time, the Galaxy's down now, but most of its inhabitants drop down onto Point C, but the Jesters know about Point C now. They know about
Oh
Point
my
C.
god! Sorry,
What happened?
there was a Liberator in the air that we're following, an NC Jester's Liberator, and 2 Scythes, one attacking from the back, one attacking from the front, trying to shoot it down, and then they rammed each other as the Liberator dodged out of the way at the last second.
Beautiful.
Oh my god, that was fantastic. Right, back to the base fight.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, that happened. RPS dropped a few people from the Galaxy on Point C, but the Jesters were prepared for it because RPS has only been going for Point C for the last 10 minutes of this match, and so the Jesters had some defenders going. RPS still with Scythes up, though, taking down that air.
Yeah, and they're flipping Charlie now, our Jesters, so
Yep.
I don't see what RPS can do here. I mean, a proper Galaxy drop, some air domination with a Sundra push and going for the tower. It just seems difficult. It just seems everything they're doing, Jesters is there instantly to counter.
Honestly, right now, I would have, like, one guy, like at least 1 or 2 guys from those Scythes drop on Point A and at least flip it. Because there's, like, a single person at Point A, and he's not even really close to it.
And this is the thing also with RPS. If they had, like, a squad of 8, doesn't need to be 12, just 8, you know, working as a team, like a proper tight-knit team, they could win every point. They could hold on to a point indefinitely, because when Jesters are attacking, they're coming in piecemeal in 1s and 2s and 3s.
Yeah, so right now they're pulling a massive amount of air. They're pulling 2 Liberators. They've got lots of Scythes trying to keep those skies clear. They've pulled 2 Sunderers at abandoned NS offices. I'm pretty sure they're pulling another 2, so that's going to be 4 Sunderers. The Sunderers, by the way, with what looks like a mix of normal Basilisks and actually anti-air. Yep, here we go. 4 Sunderers might actually become 5 Sundies.
I tell
but
you
they're
what,
going to
though,
move in.
I mean, props though to RPS. They've definitely learned from their first round we cannot give up in air, and they are pulling
heavily,
air
yes.
consistently, which is smart. I mean, it's forced Jesters to go in sort of an anti-air role on the ground, as well as their own air force. That's
RPS
great.
bringing in an anti-air battle Galaxy right now. 3
Okay, so
people in
RPS
that Galaxy, 2 walkers. And here come the
Instantly
Sunderers
getting
from
flagged on.
here come the Sunderers. Here come the Sunderers for RPS. 2 Sunderers moving along the road. 1 Sunderer going north, circling around that Galaxy.
It's trying to kill the Sunder, but it's driving away.
Yep.
It's 3 guys in the
Yeah, it's
ground doing
driving
nothing.
away, but those are hopefully 3.
Oh, and he's in the
heavies. Only see 1
Fury as
heavy.
well. Oh, this is
I
not going to
only
end
see
well.
1 heavy. Oh no, he didn't do it.
I swapped gun as well during the reload. That was smart.
Here comes RPS's Sundra. Let's see if that's going to be a Sundra battle, because that is those Sundras are heavily smoking.
They
And I
double
think
repairs.
that Fury Sundra is now shooting at the RPS Sundras, doing heavy damage. It's
The
burning.
repair Sunder's about to blow up.
It's burning, and he takes it. Is he taking it? Yes, he takes it out. He's just sitting there. No one's doing anything to him. RPS doesn't even notice him. RPS doesn't notice
Oh, they're
him.
just ignoring him and they're running past. Oh, this is painful. They don't know what's going on. I mean, it's not like they don't know. I mean, they have an infantry trooper that I'm highlighting on the stream who sees it. I mean, you can call it out.
Yep. RPS now has 1 gunner in the Basilisk shooting at that
Oh,
Fury, but
facility's
facility captured. 3 points for Jesters. With
now
that, we are at
10-0.
10-0.
Well, and the thing is, even this push going into Charlie, it's a long run from the Sunder. It's exposed whenever they bring in aircraft. Oh my god, that Sunder picked it off. I cannot believe that. If you're going to spawn RPS at the Sunder, you kill off the attacking Sunder, then you move up.
That Sundra right now, that was a single person in a smoking NC Sundra who just took down the only 2 surviving Sundras of RPS, has now deployed, giving the Jesters another staging ground close to point C. That is an MVP Sundra if I've ever seen one.
Okay, we're going to follow this medic that I've called Bob. Bob is now going for Charlie. I don't know what he's doing by himself, but he seems dedicated. Come on, Bob.
Well, I do know what RPS is doing though. RPS is flipping point B
so
right
much for
now.
Bob. He totally got dominated.
Actually,
Okay.
no, RPS is not flipping.
Double squad beacon. Oh no, the squad beacons. They got triple squad beacons on Charlie now
Triple
for RPS.
squad beacon, wow.
So I mean, they can get inside. They're not going to get bombed. It's fair enough. They can hold
Yeah,
the
but the
capture point.
Jesters bringing in the air, and they're bringing in the Sundra too, having it set up so that it can provide fire support.
They've got enough
on the
people.
building.
The one problem, of course, with squad beaconing in is the fact that you
Here
don't
comes
have
the
any
Galaxy
maxes.
for RPS. Galaxy landing on point A, but at the same time, Jester's Galaxy landing on the landing pad. BS Galaxy blows up, and the BS Galaxy pilot didn't survive.
Oh, poor guy.
Jester's just getting ready to put Maxes, I think, into that Galaxy and dropping on abandoned offices once they've secured Charlie. Well, they need to secure it first, though, because RPS is heavily
Oh, they're losing their
defending
squad beacons now. I mean, they're down to
this.
2.
They still have 3 up. No, they still have 3, actually.
Really?
Still got 3 up, yep. I can see 3.
Okay.
One on
Oh,
the,
I see it. Yep, very
eastern sector,
devilishly
and 2
hidden
on
behind the
western.
other one. Okay, and they're
Now I'm
defending
checking
them well.
over. I'm checking the tech blanket again. RPS bringing in 1 or 2 scythes.
You
right
have
now,
your whole
just
platoon,
to
right?
mention.
In Charlie, you're
Yes.
getting bombed. Do you actually have people go back and pull air? Do you try and push one squad out to go for B? Because you can't just sit here all day long, and Jesters are just going to keep pushing in from the ground floor. And
Jester's now capturing point A, by the way, but got taken out by a max.
You mean
at that
RPS?
point. Sorry, RPS, of course.
yeah, Jesters
No,
have the
yeah,
Sunder
RPS.
outside, and because they own the base, that Sunder's deployed, which means they can spawn instantly, go straight into C, and they can get maxes, and they can push onto the C point. So it's really in the favour of Jesters. If I'm RPS and I know that Sunder's there, go out the roof and C4 it from above.
Now we've got an RPS
How
trooper
did that
throwing
heavy make
C4
up those
onto a
stairs?
Sundra, onto the Jester Sundra to the north. He's gonna try and blow that up. He doesn't have enough C4 for it though.
I think the infantry squad played by Jesters is slightly outclassing
Oh,
RPS
boy.
now.
We just had a scythe just race into a Sundra trying to take it out, but it didn't work.
Resonate on the VS on the C point, but they've got a max against them, and they're all going to be at half health. Oh, wow, triple kill there. That'll be painful.
Very
There's
painful.
too many Jesters now on the point. I can't believe we've
Comes
missed
it
the obvious
flashback?
joke. We've missed the obvious joke here. I apologise to the stream for saying this, but we haven't used Send in the Clowns yet.
Well, right now it's more send in the scythes because we've got some more air coming in. But at the same time, the RPS still pulling Sunders at abandoned offices, but there's a Liberator that's
They've got all
hovering.
3 capture points. Are they at abandoned NS offices? They got a point flipping by any chance? Yes, it's flipped.
Yes.
Briefly,
yes, it's
if
flipped.
anything. There was
Very,
one
very
infiltrator.
briefly. Yeah, RPS already has 3 or 4 people. Actually, 5 people on NS.
Infiltrator's
abandoned
being
offices.
chased.
At least they've got the dark light on their pistols.
They must have lost him, but he's run out of charge. He's hiding around the spawn room area now. He'll probably go back once the time suits him. But the fact is that
Yep.
well, where did that max come from for
Jesters?
Jesters?
It was actually dropped by the Galaxy earlier. That is now coming.
A
Yeah, it was
solo
dropped by the
max
Galaxy.
drop.
Yes, yes. A
Really,
solo max drop.
really. Well,
Yeah.
I think a beacon's been deployed for the NC as well. It's on the. It is actually
no,
on
that's
the tower. So it's going to be you need a
yeah,
light
it's-
assault to get
it's-
up to that, or
yeah,
an
it's
infil-
on
a
the tower.
sniper. So you're
Oh,
going to
wait,
see
I
Alpha
actually
squad
don't see it.
dropping in.
Where is it?
It's
I don't
above
see
the
it.
VS banner.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, now it showed up. Okay. The Galaxy, by the way, for Jesters is still alive. It made it off to the south. And the Jesters are now just, like, coming from a Sundra all
Well,
the
RPS
way. I
has
mean,
pulled-
we know this rock. I think we know this rock where the Jester Sundra is
Oh,
right now. 'cause
just,
that is
just I'd like to mention the Sunder, Safari Camel Sandra for the Jesters hiding behind that rock. When any played RO, that Sunder lived the entire time. You were wondering
Yes.
whether or not it survived or not, and
Yes.
it did. And it's a great little hiding spot. A
it
little
is
bit of a long
actually
run,
a great
but
spot.
and the problem is that the RPS Lightnings, they're all Skyguards, as far as I can tell. And I'm going to have a quick look here.
Yep.
None of them are actually, able to take on infantry or vehicles. So they could have used their Lightnings to push on the spawn Sunder, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, look at that! That lightning, that Skyguard is just moving into close combat right now, trying to take out RPS infantry. Actually, almost took down one of their maxes. but now he's just getting flanked by heavies, and I feel they're going to take him out any second now.
He's burning.
Now, you know what I would like to
he's
do
failed.
here? I would like
he
to
got
point
the heavy
out
with his
that
infantry kill.
I would like to point out that the Jesters are now, for the first time in this entire game, have pulled main battle tanks. So we've got
See the Vanguards?
3 Vanguards. We've got 3 Vanguards on the field right now, just trying to encircle.
I wonder how many
officers.
resources have these used on the Lightnings from RPS, because
That's a good question.
have they got
RPS
enough
just took down. RPS Light Assault just took down the spawn beacon on the tower at abandoned offices, by the way.
The thing is, they've brought in a much closer Sunder. I think they actually moved the old one they had forward, and they've got a replacement just in case. It's deployed, but they need infantry support to make sure it's not going to get picked off. Got 2 VS going for it. Oh, he's
Now
doing claymores
Jesters
now.
bringing in the ground. They've got their the lightning. They've got the Vanguard supporting 2 Sundras now. Move the Sundra
Now,
from
can
the rock all the way
RPS
close.
counter this? Because last week Arrow did a really sterling job with an armor push out of Mao base and took this back.
Oh!
We're the
Just
Mag
as you
Riders.
say that, by the way, just as you say that, Bravo leader for RPS putting up spawn beacon at point C at Howling Pass stands close to it. He can't capture it right now, but if they manage to secure and
They've got to secure the point.
Have they secured the point?
It's purple, as far as I can tell.
Is it purple? Why is he not capturing this then?
But they've just dropped in now. They're dropping in. I'm watching the point.
They're
It's
dropping
flipping.
in.
Charlie's
Oh, and
flipping.
it's flipping, and it's flipping. Abandoned offices is safe for now.
Who's going to get it first? It looks like it's not going anywhere. They've pulled too early, or they pulled too late, depending. Oh no, they've got Charlie. It has flipped, and now they're flipping B. Oh
Wait, but
wow!
at the same time, NS Abandoned Offices is being flipped. Oh no, it's not. Wait, is
Can't.
it being flipped? No, it's blinking.
Like,
It's blinking. It's not flicking
no,
anymore.
no, it's going back.
Yeah,
So
and Jesters has all their forces
that's very
on that
good.
right now.
no,
Oh, but
that's
they're already
great.
taking
That's
back C.
counter leaping, as I would call it. So all this armor, all this
RPS.
infantry, totally gated. Our RPS just leave everyone. There's no reason why any.
RPS just moved in. RPS
Yeah.
just moved in. I don't a massive amount of Charlie squad
Well,
to the
if
west.
you're the
I don't know what
infiltrator,
happened to them.
Go for the
I don't know
vehicle
what happened to
terminal.
them.
You
Did
need
you
to
see
go for
what happened
A.
to them?
What do you mean at the Charlie point?
What? Yeah, did they like, because Charlie squad was dropped off in the middle of the desert to the west of Howling Pass? Did they like the Galaxy to get taken out or something?
I don't know,
Or
but they're squad
Sundra?
beaconing in. But the point is that they've got the hack on. They weren't quick enough. I was going to say if they could get to A and hack the vehicle terminal, they could get Sunders out and give themselves some
Well,
hard points.
RPS has all the points right now.
Well, yeah, but the problem is that
They've
there
got
are no
2
hard
squads.
points. It's a tenuous drop. They've got maybe the 2 squads, or maybe they get their entire platoon here, and that's the right call, getting your entire platoon here. However,
Oh, boy.
there's no hard spot, which means as soon as the squad beacons are picked off, it's pretty difficult with the naming system at the moment to constantly do a fresh rotation to keep the beacons up.
Yep,
And there's no
very
maxes, so I mean it's a nuisance.
Jesters immediately redeployed to the spawn room.
Yeah,
by
you
the
can
way,
see
the
in the
defending
squad
point
spawn,
A.
and they're coming back because they know they have to.
Yep.
The
Bravo
risk
squad
here,
for RPS still on C, by the way, defending it heavily.
the risk here is that Jesters comes back, they resecure the base with only half their forces. They only use half their forces, and they have the other half staying at abandoned NS offices, and they have a very firm grip for when it flips. Looking at A, doesn't look like there's. It looks like it's just like every man for himself RPS when it comes to the point capture. There's no like coherent squad play here, so it doesn't
Well, there
matter
is
if you're
a-
like the best FPS player. You're just gonna get picked
There is
off
a
by 3 or 4
part.
people.
There's a small part of Bravo squad capturing point B right now, and they're still
Yep, we're looking
kinda
at-
defending point C.
B is a terrible point to take though if you don't have outside, because there's a Vanguard about to. Oh god, that looks painful.
Yeah,
AP
there is a
round to
Vanguard.
the face. And the thing is, it's exposed on all 4 sides. Vehicles can get it, aircraft can bomb it. You just don't want to stay in there. Maybe
And
you cap it
Jesters
and
take point C back.
yep, they take it back. Well done. I mean,
And
you
point
would
B
go
at
in
the
and you would take the point, and maybe you put down some claymores or anti-personnel mines, and then you would go outside and you would defend from the tower or the high vantage point. You wouldn't actually stay in the capture point because that's
Yep.
a death trap. So, and they've got all the three capture points. The base
Yeah,
is about to be
right
saved
now
in 3
RPS
seconds.
has 0 people at NS abandoned offices. They just spawned like 2
and
people
this is
at
the
it.
risk.
But what are the Jesters doing? Because they're not very quick.
Well, the thing
We've
is,
got one guy.
Jesters
at the
have got
front.
Sunder here. All they need to do is redeploy, and because they've got the Sunder, they also have immediate maxes. The runtime is the same for the spawn room, and they've got air
And they're
control
flipping
as
it.
well.
They're flipping the
Oh,
point.
incoming
They've got a
Galaxy
max
now.
on it.
What's this guy doing?
Is it dropping on the point? What is he doing? Is he dropping on the Sunday? What is he dropping? He just dropped a single person. He just dropped a single.
Oh, there we go.
one.
2
No,
people
no,
on
no.
the Sunder. It's
C4.
a Sunder
Yep,
drop.
C4. C4. Galaxy drop.
Nearly-
Couldn't
not
pull
enough.
the trigger. couldn't pull the trigger.
Looks like he got picked off before he could do anything about it. And
Well,
they've got a second
Infiltrator
Sunder
throws
that's
a
not
grenade?
deployed,
No.
just using as a gunner variant. It's just bombarding anything that comes from the spawn room up to the A point. Thing is, you're so close here for RPS and spawn room, you can get like tons of conk grenades or AV grenades, just throw them out and then immediately resupply, and you can use smoke and whatnot, so you can make a concerted push. I mean, it's a fairly easy base to get back to the cap point.
It is a very easy base to get
Oh,
there. I mean, you
big
can
gal
even-
drop now on the Sunder. A weird.
Oh, and it's down. And it's
I wonder
down.
how
They've
many-
still got multiple. No, wait, it's not down. The Galaxy's down.
No.
Sunder is still
The
up.
Galaxy
They've
rammed
got
into
five
it.
people. 5 people there. 5 people. Sunday is down.
Finally! I was thinking, did you bring the C4? No, I thought you brought the C4. Oh, this is awkward.
But sadly, they still have to go to the double Fury Sunder. That's
It
on
can't
top of
deploy
that
though,
building.
that's the only saving grace, it can't deploy. So
True.
in terms of spawns, Jesters can redeploy that Sunder, move it further away and then outside the no deploy field and set it up.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
see
they
any
have
squad
one
beacons
squad
for
that
Jesters.
They have one squad that can, of course, deploy on it right
There
now.
we go, it's
but-
driving away now.
Yeah, RPS pulling multiple maxes, bringing at least 4 maxes right now, doing a push for the point. Oh, which was good timing, by the way, because if that double Fury Sunder was still there, that push could have been stopped very, very quickly.
Yeah,
but
so the
right
Sunder's now deployed, and very
It's
smartly,
deployed,
they're using a Vanguard, or they were using a Vanguard to protect it from the spawn room, because the Sunder is actually very exposed from the Sunder. But again,
at the same.
RPS is given up in the air. Air dominance now is totally in the favor of Jesters.
Yep. It's come so far that
Even
Jesters
vehicle
have
dominance.
actually, yes, Jesters have actually started using their Skyguard as an anti-infantry vehicle at this point.
All
Now,
I'm seeing is
I
low
wonder how
pants.
that Sunder is still alive, because you can easily snipe it from the top of the
It's
spawn
burning.
room right
It's,
now. But
oh, I know it's been
it's
repaired.
burning. By the way,
Look
we
at
were
it,
talking
it's
about no
attacking it.
scythes, but here are some scythes. RPS pulled like at least 5 scythes. Yes, 5, 6 scythes actually, bringing them in from the tech plant. No, from the
But they're
warp
getting
gate all the
picked
way.
off.
Well, they're flying kinda close-ish. They've got still like 5 scythes up in the air.
Oh, but oh
That
man.
scythe just tried to take down a Skyguard
Skyguard,
in
and
close
it's
combat.
just to support. Yeah, so the Skyguard's flying in. Yeah, we're working in combination with his own Reavers. And the thing is, the scythes are going in one at a time. Oh, and he tried to kill the Sunder, but it's not going to happen. You can't just go in solo by yourself. There's too many repairs. And
Oh yeah, most of those scythes are down. We've got 2 scythes still up in the air, engaging in heavy combat against that Reaver, who just like weaves through the tech plant. Wow.
yeah,
That was some flying right there. Anyway, RPS pulling even more scythes from the warp gate. They're coming in one by one. It seems they're also pulling a Liberator. Yes, that's a Liberator. They're they're pulling their air power at the warp gate.
the last remaining scythes are just getting picked off. And this is the problem. RPS are pulling air, but it seems to be like, well, I'm dead. Now you pull air. Now I'm dead. Now you
Yep.
pull air. As
Yep.
opposed to, you know, a cohesive air pool. You know, everyone grabs.
I mean,
particularly
I
Sky.
understand. I understand why they pull it at the warp gate, because obviously, you know, that's
It's
a safe
safer
location.
and it's
You can just
easier
pull.
to group up.
But you're pulling at a safe location, so you can have your scythes and attack with them. But if you do that, then you should also have them in a group and attack together, because if you're letting them fly in one by one, you might as well just pull them at the tech plant. I mean, you know.
And there's nothing happening on the ground while they're doing this sort of land fighting. Jesters have totally locked down the cap point. There's no coherent pushes. There's no counterbalance from RPS. You know, I mean, they've got terminals. They probably have resources. They can do a max push if they do it well with engineers and medics. There's no reason why they can't at least get back to the point briefly.
Now at this point, an infiltrator from the Jesters has actually hacked an anti-air turret on the towers of Mao's southeast gate. So they're getting ready for the leapfrogging.
Well, not just that. It's just being a nuisance. I call this this is probably the harassment guy because he's in Delta Squad. It's just for him being a nuisance.
Yeah, he is. And so Liberator for RPS was just pulled a tech plant, but it goes down immediately to the rivers.
Jesters are doing a great job at just essentially spawn camping. And we got...
Oh, but wait! RPS with a max crash with smoke on abandoned offices. They're coming out, but
bad timing! They're getting
Jesters
bombed
are
from
ready.
behind.
Oh, they're getting
It would
bombed
be
by those
okay if they
Reavers.
had flak armor.
Jesters are ready. RPS made it into the building though.
They're at
Max
the point.
made it in, takes down NC Max.
They need to kill off more of the infantry. They're at that point, but I don't think there's enough.
There's the
Too many being
Vanguard
picked
taking them
off.
out. Double Fury Sundra picking them off.
but it's just bombarding.
It's only
Once
two
they're
of
actually
them
at
alive.
the point itself, you know, close to close, when you're like point blank range against the NC, then you know you're safe from being bombarded from range. But oh man, it's lots of vehicle
RPS
bombardment.
back up, RPS back up through medic
Res
revive
grenades.
So
There's just a couple of maxes and infantry to pick off behind Alpha now.
honestly, this is the point where
It's
I said
close.
this before in this base. This is where I would have a medic with revive grenades.
Finally,
in
the
the spawn
NC
room,
max goes
you know,
down.
Just throw revive
But
grenades.
yeah, but the
throw
NC
revive grenades
Jester
from the
reinforcements are
spawn room.
spawning back in. I mean, it's just running out of steam to push. They've almost got it, and it's teetering back and forth. But I mean,
It's
the thing is,
neutral
when they
now.
made it to the A point,
It's neutral.
yeah. But the thing is,
Ah,
when they
they
made
got
it to
it
the A point, it was the aircraft and the the ground sunder with the Furies wasn't making any difference when they were actually physically right on top of A.
RPS is not losing steam, by the way. They're respawning at the spawn room, running out immediately. Every medic that comes out of that spawn room immediately throws a revive grenade at the capture point. Also,
and
healing grenade, bringing them
Props
back
should
up.
also be given to Jesters for whenever they lose a
RPS.
vehicle. No, Jesters. Whenever they lose a vehicle,
right.
they bring in a fresh reinforcement. They resupply it.
They do. They've got 3 Sunderers right now, and I think all 3 Sunderers
am
have
I?
dual Furies. Yes, all 3 Sunderers with dual Furies right now at abandoned offices. But
That was
RPS with an unrelentless wave of bodies and revive grenades has secured
I mean,
the
brute
point.
forcing the point, and this is what I wanted them to do earlier. If you brute force the point, this isn't about stats or kill death ratio, it's about holding that point. So if you keep respawning and you run in, and doesn't matter if you die 7 times, if you keep the point, that's all that matters. And they're doing it, which is kudos. I mean, press tab and you can see the kill list. But what matters is they have the cap point.
They do. And they still have it.
Temporarily,
They
I
still
should
have
add.
it.
I mean, it's flipping now, finally,
It's
from a proper
flipping
kind
right.
of push.
Well, no, they just came up right behind them for revive grenades again. Another revive grenade. Look at that, look, they're doing exactly what I said that you should be doing on this base. You throw your revive grenades from the spawn room and you just run back in, get yourself a new one and keep throwing it. And RPS, they're still trying it, but I think the Jesters have wised up to their, wave of bodies now. They've set up a kill
Well,
zone. They've
yeah,
got turrets,
it's-
they've got Furies, they've
They've
got
reset up again. They're
Vanguards.
gonna have to do another
Look
proper
at
push. The thing is, it's not just enough for them to grab the point like they did. They got the point, but it was always in contention. They need to grab the point, and then they need to do a vehicle clearance, and that's the tricky bit. They need to pick off all the vehicles, and this is where last week RO did a good job, because before they pushed on the point, which was always under contention or to fight, they brought in lots of armor, which is happening now. I see a Mag Rider and a Lightning. They have to use their armor to clear off the enemy Sunderers.
They're doing it. That Mag Rider and the Lightning's 2 Mag Riders actually, with Sarons, of course, for long range sniping, are going for the Sunderers. But of course,
But they're going to get picked off by the
Jesters-
Reavers.
Yeah.
It needs to
Jesters
be
Air's
an
already
organized ground and air push.
Well, they have Skyguards next to the Mag Riders. The problem is the Skyguards are not properly moving up. Those Skyguards need to be directly next to the Mag Riders. But the Mag Riders
It's a
are doing
fantastic
it.
job.
I mean,
Look, the Sunderers have all
look
been
at it,
picked off.
look at it. Yep, they're popping them. They're popping
This-
them left and right. Like,
No, that's
like
great work, but the problem is there's still a squad beacon
perfect
up.
work.
The Mag Riders can still pop out and get rid of that squad beacon. They need to push in the point now, which is actually what's happening. Fantastic!
Look at that
Finally,
Mag
a
Rider.
proper vehicle push and
Look
an
at that
infantry
Mag
push on
Rider
the A.
taking out another Lightning. Is he going to take out another Lightning? Got a Hellboard on top. He's shooting him. He's smoking. Ah, he gets taken
No,
out
I
by
get
a
top of
Reaver.
it, but it doesn't matter though. They've given enough time to get the capture point back, so that's a nice last second save there.
Beautiful, beautiful push by Alpha Squad on the ground and Charlie Squad in those vehicles there.
The thing is that now that they set up, they need to set up an effective defense, get themselves re-established, and then think about pushing back towards Howling Pass. They're probably not going to win the game if we're realistic about the time frame here, but this is a little bit honor and maybe about showing what we can do. We've got the A point back, now we can attack. Now why is it flicking? Have they left it alone? Is there an infiltrator?
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
just
It's
some
all-
guys up above. That's a match
Oh
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
my
yeah.
private
There's
second
some
corner.
MCYs there, but there's actually 2 hiding underneath the stairs. Are
Yeah.
actually 2 RPS Maxes just crouching there and holding the point. And as it turns to night, RPS has defended this base.
It means the air is still bombarded. Oh, nice anti-air though, every once in a while, but...
By the way, RPS
fresh
really
armor.
liked what those Mag Riders did because they're bringing in 2 more Mag Riders again. Problem is, of course, what are you
There's nothing
bringing
to
them in
kill.
against? Yeah, there's just air.
There's
are you
only
trying
air.
to snipe that air with your Saron?
It's I would call it hard mode PlanetSide, but yeah, sure, go for it.
I mean,
they're already
RPS
getting
at
sniped
this
from
point,
high above.
they've decided, okay, we've got like about 10 minutes left in the match. This
Oh,
is the
look
time
how
to
much
show how
air
pro
they've
we are.
pulled off. Yeah, I mean, Jesters are lots of Reavers. They're just massively
Oh, Jesters
bombarded the
love
nuts
that.
out of them.
Jesters love their air, so this is a buffet for them right now. This is a Mag Rider buffet with some lightning on the side.
Yeah.
Yep. Now,
It's
RPS,
just-
by the way, RPS falling into the old trope again.
It's 2
Oh
minutes
my god, they're
before this
bringing
gets
in air.
defended.
Yeah, they're bringing in air. Let's pull some more Skyguards. No, don't pull all those Skyguards. Bring in some more Scythes. I'm sure you've got some resources lying around.
The vehicle terminal is actually destroyed, and there's an anti-personnel mine on it. So if they're going to do that, they're going to have to do it from much further back.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we can see the Skyguards, and we can see some Mag Riders and the
Yep.
anti-air turrets.
By the way,
whatnot at
Jester's
Mal,
doing a nice push. I think they've actually done a little drop. Yes, Jester's actually did a drop on Evan and his offices. They've dropped some guys. They're still there. They're waiting for backup. They're not really moving in yet. And I
But the thing is,
think
they've
they're
got the
flipping
point.
the point right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're flipping. Are they? No, they're not.
There's enough
flipping
of them.
it yet.
They need to pay attention to all the little hidden Venus in the corner.
Yeah, they're taking them out.
It's
'Cause
getting
that
dark
Max
though.
wasn't
I
actually
mean,
doing anything.
it's
they
getting
flipped
dark,
the
so
point.
it's
They
going to be
flipped
hard
the
to see
point.
the Venu. I mean, you know how they mostly
Jester's
come at
just
night.
flipped the point. Now let's hope that RPS runs in there on that point as quickly as possible. They've got with Burster Maxes RPS. You want
They're
those
getting
Maxes
caught
as
off guard.
anti-infantry.
Back inside, get fixed up, and swap your guns around.
And look at
There's
RPS.
so much air though.
Look at RPS pulling in like a Sundra, 2 Vanguard, 2 Mag Riders, 5 Lightnings, and an anti-air turret and an anti-vehicle turret. They need those guys in the
It looks as if they were
offices.
attacking a base they didn't own, but wait, they do own this base.
Yeah, but they did manage to resecure the point if they've got their Maxes sitting
It's
there
such
again.
a waste of time though, that's the problem. Now they're in vehicles in the surround. When do you stop and get out and...
Oh,
you know.
at the same time, by the way, look at those Jesters to the west with their sneaky galaxy there. It's getting shot at by the Skyguard, but of course it's so far away. It doesn't, it doesn't care about it. It basically tickles it, and you don't want to tickle that whale.
Well, we have 5.5 minutes left until this
Yep.
game's over.
Here comes the galaxy from the west. Here comes the galaxy from the west. Let's see what it's doing. Is it gonna land? Is he waiting to fill up? Oh, he's actually getting hit by, I think a Mag Rider hit him there. He's getting repaired now. It's just a lone pilot.
I mean, the vehicle pull, don't get me wrong, was a nice touch, and they've got the capture point, so they're saving. They're only
they've got
about
Sundra
60
there, too.
seconds away until they get a full save, so they can do that infiltrator, reverse counter leap again, or they can push up with their armor if they want. And kudos to RPS, they've managed to fend off, a fairly concerted attack by Jesters.
Yep.
But Jesters incoming again with fresh vanguards.
By the way, to the west, the landed galaxy is now being picked off by a Skyguard who's just, who's just sitting there shooting at it while the pilot just watches and respawns. The pilot of the galaxy just respawns. He's not seeing that. His beloved gal gets blown up.
Wow, the
Oh, Jester's actually doing a counter push on the ground with Vanguards.
vehicles,
actually.
vanguards, yep, and
Yep.
they've actually
They're
pushed
circling
right
around.
up to
Oh,
the Mao base and
Look
picking
at,
off the turrets.
look at that wonderful circling around from that one Vanguard. He's like coming in from the north now. He circled all
Yeah,
the way
picked
to
off the Mag Rider and he picked
southeast
off the
there.
wall turrets as well.
Yep.
Although the Jester's Sundra that was hidden behind Magic Rock is now gone, so that was a good kill by the RPS. I mean, it's possible in the time permitted that they can capture the space, but they haven't been able to do it when they've had total dominance.
Now, did the Jesters actually just manage to take out all of the pulled vehicles? Because they have a double Fury again. By the way, double
Yep,
Fury
looks like. I mean, it looks like
extremely strong.
that armor pool of theirs was, pretty successful. They still have
they've
air
got the base
domination.
encircled now.
Got the
They've
Sundra
got the
set
base
up.
encircled. Got the Sundra with
Double
dual Furies. The
Furies.
infantry is moving in.
It's far away enough so that he's not going to get picked off unless they do another, Mag Rider push. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen with the number of vanguards on the hill beneath, just suppressing anything in the Mao southeast. They've got the capture point. They seem to have plenty of infantry. Now, the thing is, the infantry's quite spread out. They're not really backing each other up in sort of a tight-knit group. I mean, they probably would if you saw a guy go down, but and they're maybe, for my taste, running too close to the spawn room. But they have dominance. They've got set up on the point. They have plenty of people. They have a Sunder, which means they can pull maxes. There's no reason why Jesters should lose this capture point. And
So right now we've got RPS, by the way, pulling in a single Mag Rider, but apart from that, I have no idea where they are. Oh, they're moving in the galaxy from the west. 5 people. 5 people in the galaxy flowing in on Bandit and his offices. Are they dropping on the point?
they like to bounce off
Well,
the
they're
radio
dropping
mast.
on the tower. Oh my god, did you see that? That was a C4 that just blew up 3 of the just dropped RPS guys. They couldn't manage to
Well,
take
they're trying to push it now. The timing's a little bit off with the Galaxy drop and the spawn room push.
Yeah.
And some pretty good engineer turret play by Jesters as well, that's picking off anyone that's coming at the spawn room. Oh, he's just been sniped though. Good job for him.
And point is being flipped, I think. Yep, point is being flipped. RPS managed again to defend the point.
We have about 2 minutes 20 left in this match.
Yep.
With my timer on the stream, so...
Now RPS with a lot of people on the ground right now, they're pushing for that Sundra, they want to take it out, they've got quite a few heavies with them. But there's a Vanguard protecting in, double Fury of course on that thing. And here come the C4 medics, no, oh, the rockets, decimators and S1s.
That engineer turret is just murdering on the top, defending their, the Jester Sundra.
Yep.
Plenty of revives though for, you know, for RPS. Although again, it feels like it's one-on-one infantry duels. It doesn't feel like it's a squad fighting against, you know, like a proper team. You know, moving as a coherent unit.
Yep. Now here's RPS moving again in with their Galaxy, by the way, from the south. I think they're gonna drop on that Sunday. Like watch them do it. Watch them do it. Oh no, actually they're just flying over to... Oh, they're flying over to Howling Pass. They still want to...
Oh, do you think they're going to reverse hack it? 1 minute 20 to go. They can be a nuisance.
Of course. Of course, they just put all their certs into hacking skills. They're going to do it.
Galaxy, did it drop anyone?
Yeah,
It
and
blew
they
up.
drop... Yep.
Oh, yeah, a couple of people. They're running inside.
Point C, they're in. They're past the barrage from the air, and they're capping the point.
Oh, nice. Well, we got 60 seconds left of the game, so let's see how many points they can capture here.
Well, and with that, I mean, I could already see them like just jumping up and down in it. I mean, to be fair, this was, I mean, it's not giving them any points. It's not gonna, you know, win them the game in 60 seconds. But RPS, you know, they didn't give up. They just managed to get back into the middle. They just brought the fight back into the middle of the lane in the last minute. So, kudos to them.
But the thing is that they can't flip anymore because Jesters have retaken abandoned NS offices. We were looking here and I was wondering where was it flipping. We've got the point back, and now you've got all those guys out of position. So we've got 20 seconds left.
And let's see if RPS manages another like last second infantry push out of that spawn room, but I don't think so, honestly.
Well, it's actually more like 10, but here we go. Alright, so 10 seconds.
RPS pushed out, but 5-1.
And here we go, guys. That's it, game over.
Oh,
GG.
Here comes the push. Here comes the push at the end.
Push. A little bit too late. It's GG ceasefire, but no, we want the cap point back.
Oh, no, yeah, we got to take that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this was the end of the second round, and with that, the end of the match of the RPS Rock Planet Shotgun versus Jest, or
wow, have you seen chat? RSG or Riot?
I am seeing it. I'm seeing it. It is a riot going on in the chat, and with that, we have the Jesters winning this round with 10-0. But if you think this was a stomp, then I have to disagree, because while the Jesters were definitely extremely strong and RPS was a little bit jumping left and right on their legs in the first half, you know, trying to get their sea legs a little, the second half showed us a really, really confident and good RPS. Yeah. And they did some great attacks and some astounding defenses.
The air game for, I wouldn't say the air game for Jesters was necessarily better, but their presence was always there. You know, so I mean, in that respect, and it felt, as I said earlier, you know, Jesters were maybe a little bit rushed when they're playing. In the second half, RPS definitely improved their air game, had presence for most of the, you know, the first part of the second half. However, I felt that, you know, Jesters improved their infantry game ever so slightly. So whenever there was an infantry battle on the ground, and even though RPS did had air superiority or control, they didn't make it count when they had the ground, you know, the chance to do something in the ground. But,
it was definitely wonderful to see how both Jesters and RPS grew in the second half, because I feel that while the Jesters, I mean, if you just look at it, the Jesters were definitely, in a way, the more complete and confident team. Like, you could see it in the way that their squads moved. You could see it in the way they brought in, of course, their air game. I mean, we knew from the start that their air game was incredibly strong. But just how also they, brought in vehicles. They brought in their Sundras. They noticed very, very quickly that you should have 2 Furies on those Sundras, because they started out with just Basilisks. I think then one guy used double Furies, and they were like, let's get more of those. But RPS... really, really quick on the uptake. Just saw a lot of stuff that worked, saw stuff that didn't work, and kind of copied some stuff from the Jesters too in the second half. And honestly, I mean, if you could rewind time right now and have the 2 outfits from the second round play again, this match could end very, very different.
Hello, Poison. Just in time.
Hello.
Just in time.
Right, so we're going to head over to the airpad, and we'll just have a little closing interview. And
Yep. And with that, I would say we give over to our wonderful host for tonight, who's going to conduct the end-of-game interview, which is PoisonedAl, the man with the most velvet voice. And with that, I guess we're signing off. Fara, thank you very much again for casting with me. That was Fara from Mini.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks very much for having me. It's always fun.
Yep, and my name is Klyka, and I was your caster today. Thank you very much for having me. So, off we go to PoisonedAl. Good night, everybody.
Well, that was a good fight. A little one-sided, but Planet Shotgun, did amazingly well, I reckon. They put up a really, really good show. And could you guys join me on the launch pad, please?
On my way.
I'm already here.
Sorry to interrupt real
What?
quick, because they're actually, the 2 teams are putting on a flash race right
Yep, we
now
see
at
this.
NS abandoned offices.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's a ramming race with the
Yeah,
ATVs.
so we're actually, Farah, just keep the camera on the flash race.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
actually
yeah.
gonna, let's just do that.
Okay.
So as soon as the guys get
No,
the airpad,
fine.
go for it. Wow, it's spinning
Okay.
pirouettes.
I'll talk to Ronor then, in a disembodied way. What do you think went
Give me
wrong?
10 seconds and I'll be on the pad.
No,
Oh,
it's fine. Just
no,
drive
no,
your
it's-
flash.
There's no point, just have your fun, mate. Have your fun.
It's fine, my flash just got blown up by a mass of Jesters that I had to try and dodge.
Oh dear. Anyway, what do you reckon went wrong? Because you say you kind of let them take the air quite heavily.
Yeah, I suppose you're looking at the thing is that we're not a very air-centered outfit. A lot of the stuff we do involves being on the ground a lot of the time. So we knew air was a very, very big thing in this, but we didn't think that it would be as unbelievably dominant as it was.
Mhm.
And it's an extremely hard thing to combat. Like, I think in the first half we had an anti-air nest when we got pushed back from Howling Pass, which just got taken out by Reavers skimming over the top. So, it wasn't something we were very prepared with. Like, we didn't actually get to do any practice scrims before we did this, and whenever we tried, I think the first time we tried, the test server disconnected 16 of our 24 guys. So our training partners were like, yeah, just leave it. We'll try again next week. And we set up for the week after. And as soon as we started, we got the 5-minute warning for maintenance. So
Yes, the
it just-
PCS does tend to do that, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it didn't like us. But that was incredibly fun, and all of my guys are saying the same thing. And I am very impressed with Jesters. So thanks for the great fight, guys. And good luck against Innie. You're gonna need it. They're an
Yeah,
incredible
see-
outfit.
I had front row seats, and it wasn't a whitewash. So you guys fought them back time and time again. Like that last fight at the abandoned offices, that was fantastic. But they just needed more of it. So I hope to see you in season 2, guys. That was really good, really fun to watch. Now we pass over to the Jesters. Powerpuff.
Hey,
there
how
you
guys
are.
doing?
There you going. There you
I'm
go.
here.
Wow, that was quite comprehensive, wasn't it? That was really, really good. What's your feelings right now?
I'm really happy. I can't believe we won. I mean, we genuinely thought that it was going to be a really tough fight against Rock Paper Shotgun. They put up a really good show, but again, I mean, it's exactly like what you just said. you know, our air was just dominant in the first half and again in the second half. But what surprises me most of all is that the Jesters class themselves as an infantry-based outfit. We've always been an infantry-based outfit since the day when I founded the Jesters. We've always prided ourselves on infantry gameplay. So we do have a couple of good pilots, though, I won't lie. I mean, we have Kebab, Athel, Hickey Joe, all of them really good pilots. And it's just, you know, we are mostly infantry based, but I mean, props to Rock Paper Shotgun. You know, really good outfit, but yeah, I'm really happy. It's going to be a really tough fight against Any Elite next round, and looking forward to seeing how we do, because Any Elite, I'm sure everyone knows, very good outfit. But yeah, props to Rock Paper Shotgun. And thanks for the fight. It was a good fight. I mean, it was quite tough. I mean, they put up a good fight, and then you know, at the end of this round, they kind of got their legs back, and they managed to push us off abandoned NS officers. I wasn't actually on the ground. I was watching the stream because I wasn't in the tournament team. I didn't have time for the training, so it's just the different platoon leaders leading them. But I'm just doing most of the talking.
Yes, that was absolutely fantastic. Really, really fun to watch, especially the air game. Really, really fun. Right, I suppose now we just thank our organisers. Thanks to SOE, thanks to Perceiven, thanks for just putting up with us and all the technical difficulties at the beginning. Thanks for PlanetSide Universe and Shoutcast, and thanks to you. And no thanks to you.
Well, it's a bit of a premature kill the enemy guy, but well done. I guess there's nothing left to see except from Power Puffers. I will see you, sir, in 2 weeks.
Yeah, cool, man.
And of course, we're all looking forward to seeing these two guys duke it out. And with that, this was ComClash EU edition. Thank you very much for watching, everybody.